In the shadow of the night, Ankh on the creep, raising up the titans, watch the fallen gods weep. From Baltimore streets to the Florida shores, Jehovah, hold and feel the wrath as it roars. No more rules, it's time to break. Killer army rise and make no mistake. All gods must die, hear the echoes cry. From the heavens to the ground, see him fall and die. All gods must die, no more alibis. Odin, Buddha, Allah, they all say goodbye. Zeus, on the throne, but he's losing his life. He's ready for the fight. Open your best run, we here for debate. All the deities trembling, feeling the weight. Step aside, make way for the real. All gods must die. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. Hey. All gods must die. Hear the echoes cry. From the heavens to the ground, see him fall and die. All gods must die, no more out and die. All gods must die, no more out alive. They all say goodbye. All could have gone killing, now time to fly. The world's ours now. Hear the last goodbye.
Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woohoo, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family? Man, y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate everybody sliding through, coming through, man. We gonna get it. Y'all know what it is, man. Man, it was a great event, man. They're gonna be showing it again. Still gonna be behind the paywall. If y'all missed that, y'all just missed it, man. Y'all know we was opening back up that portal again, yo. Yeah. So, a lot of conversations going on. This is what you're never gonna hear me talk about. You're never gonna hear me say whether I won or lost. I don't have to. It's not my thing. I do the thing to educate. And I'm my own worst critic here. For me, it's about not winning or losing, but it's how I transmit the message. You know, how did I make it palatable for the community? That's what it's about for me. I'm never expecting a bunch of wild ass pseudos to say I won any damn thing. If they did, I knew I didn't do my damn job. That means some kind of way I must have went pseudo or must have went off the track or wasn't conveying science. The conversation is for those who seek the heights of understanding the experts. The conversation is for those who seek to learn and study and read in an age where reading and studying ain't cool. The African American community, the Black community, has become lazy, enamored with social media. Blim, blam, blam, bam, boom, super fast. That's where we at. That's where we at. But we got a rule. The first one to get on the campaign of saying they won, that mean they really lost. Thank goodness for what I'm about to show. In real time, Sonetta put together some clips, and big up to Sonetta, right? He over whooping. You already know it. I didn't even expect Sonetta to understand. If you sitting there thinking that the Egyptian walls debunk Pangenesis and evolution, you're definitely miseducated. You definitely don't understand the conversation. If you think the Egyptian walls has anything to do with Pangenesis and evolutionary biology, you're nowhere in the game. But we actually got people that think that, and this is where the pseudo beginnings start. Right there at that moment. We all used to think the Egyptians could do that and could do, yes, that's at the beginning. When you slide your ass up out of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, man, you dive face first into pseudoisms. We all been through it. And those who graduate and get the steps will step their ass right up out of there. It's just like it's steps to getting out of religion. You got to conquer the fear of the God to see you're doing every damn thing. When you're in the shower, when you're with your woman making love to her, God see every damn thing. And once you can get past that, then you can move forward. Once you can get past the delusion that was passed down by our ancestors that was enslaved, and we can understand that. They passed down slavery in our minds based off of fear. It was illegal to practice their spiritual systems. And they passed the fear down to us. Epigenetics may play a role in this. I said may. But you can't pass trauma to the next generation. I spoke about that in the debate. So they pass this trauma and fear that if we don't believe in a religion, some kind of way we're not going to go to heaven, and some kind of way we're not going to get forgiven for our sins. Never realizing that the sins was the whole thing they made up. They said humans was born into sin, but that's a Christian ideology, Christian context, Christian belief system. So we stuck right there. And then when we dive out of that, we dive full force in the pseudos, and then you got people like pseudo stinky EnQi there to catch you. And so I felt like it was time to smack up a pseudo. And smack up a pseudo, I did. But if you sitting there thinking that, man, them Egyptian walls had sperm on it, you's a nut. I'm going to say it again. If you're sitting there thinking that the Egyptians had a petri glass, you're a nut. If you're sitting there thinking that the Egyptians had telescopes and the building materials to build a damn telescope, you're not only a nut, you're a damn fool. So big up to all the damn fools that actually think the Egyptian walls defeated Charles Darwin evolution. Big up to all the fools that think that Capita was a comprehensive theory on how things evolved. If you're thinking that, you have been miseducated by racism, white supremacy, and this is why EnQi promotes racism, white supremacy for real. He promotes racism, white supremacy through disinformation campaign, like the Russians did. He's like a Russian. He does not care about you. He does not care about your education. He does not care. All he cares about is him playing music in the middle of a damn debate, not being able to answer questions. Y'all gonna see not to do nothing but to act like the Egyptians knew something. By the way, the Egyptians ain't his damn ancestors. This man don't even think or believe that humans come from Africa. Yeah, it's that new thing. He's tapping back into the new thing where Tazayat calling you out. EnQi beat you half to death. Ali Muhammad, pure nut. They all promote how they're suffering from an inferiority complex. And they're suffering from an inferiority complex because they refuse to recognize that all humans as of 2025 come from Africa. That the ancestors of those who were enslaved came part of the largest forced migration on planet Earth. They all deny that. The youngins deny that. Inferiority complex, where we make up ideologies based off where they believe we came from. It's crazy in the age of space. This question is not even up for debate. That the human beings that was part of the largest forced migration on planet Earth come from Africa, West and Central Africa predominantly. Northeast Africans are not our ancestors, but yet still they're indigenous Africans. And if you can't understand that, then you ain't even prepared for the conversation. So you got to take your time, relax, and sit around and get it. It's like a punch you don't see to knock you out. When you wake up, it might be 1 year later, 6 months later, or an hour later, you be like, damn, that nigga was right. All you got to do is read. Stop listening to African Americans playing a role, because they playing. Denying and disrespecting the very thing they claim they come to protect. They claim to protect the legacy of Black Americans and African Americans and black man. We superior. They claim to protect that, but all the while bringing you discredited white people. Now y'all already know I'ma always crash out when I bring high level intelligent science, which consists of African Americans, people from India, people from China, Europeans, people from Australia, people from all indigenous tribes have children that will grow up and get in the fields of science. Oh man, oh man. When they disrespect that, it's disrespectful. Lying and scamming. That's the line. That's the scam. When they take you back to the Stone Age or to the Bronze Age or to the daggone Iron Age and claim to have a damn telescope that ain't even made out of those damn materials. Hell, the goddamn Egyptians wasn't smoking no damn iron. The hell is going on? That's why they got beat. Now, the Nubians, on the other hand, right, definitely had iron production. And we read it in UNESCO. We read it in this value right here, remember? Remember they had a connection in Inner Africa who had some of the oldest iron smoke. But the goddamn telescope ain't made out of that. And the fact that y'all can't put that in y'all mind that, hey, man, you know, they didn't have plastics and light epoxies and all. They didn't have it. So my next show, I'm going to talk about the convex lens. I'm going to show you that I can beat EnQi at everything he do, that I can transmit the ideas way better than him, and I don't got to lie on the ancestors. See, the worst thing that African Americans can do is two things. One is lie about who you are. Willfully lie about who you are. I'm saying you can mess it up and not get, but once you are faced with the information, for you to stand up and lie about who you are, see, that's the scam. Inferiority complex is what you're suffering from because you think that whatever it was that you had in Africa or in America, you felt like that is inferior to what you really got. Let me say it again. You feel inferior. You think that what the Europeans had was greater than what you had. Tazariak, that's why you want to be a Hebrew. Because you think that the Hebrew, the Palestine Judean religion was greater than what you had in Africa. And so you deny that because you feel inferior. You feel like the system is inferior. You feel like they had inferior belief system. That's why you say all kind of wild stuff about Africans. That's why Tazariak and them do that. That's why all the Hebrews do that. Because they're suffering from an inferiority complex. That's why people claim to be Native Americans. Because they feel like whatever they had in Africa, they are inferior to that. Their system that their ancestors came from was inferior. Y'all know, man, that's why I teach science literacy to show that they wasn't. It's all detailed right here. Right? It's all detailed right here. We can go to the back of it and tell you how we led the way in science and technology for the first 2 million years. Now, wow, I thought you said Homo sapiens, say 1, 2 humans. See? Clarity on the situation. So they all suffer from inferiority. Ali, Bob, Muhammad, all of them out and beat half to death. The issue is that they're suffering from inferiority complexes and they promote an inferior doctrine to you. Craziest thing ever, man. So I wouldn't give a damn whether you thought I won or whether you thought I lost. What I do know is that nigga EnQi is suffering from an inferiority complex, and he shows it. But big up to the real meta-nature scholars, not the fake ones. See, Smash Scanwell is a fake meta-nature scholar. Why am I saying this? Because I know the nigga don't like me. I don't like that nigga. Point blank. Nigga don't never got to speak to me. All right, let's get that straight, because he's a scammer. But what I would never do is I would never lie on him. The man put out good work, no matter if I don't like him or not. I'm gonna say, man, that's some good work right there. And I think y'all need to deal with that, no matter how much I dislike him. Because it ain't about me and him and his relationship. It's about making sure the family get educated properly. That's why we beef, because he on a disinformation campaign. I ain't gonna say disinformation. I'm gonna say he's on a misinformation campaign. He's playing expert when he's actually not. He bluffing and he's scamming. That's why. That's why we beat. But if he put out good work, man, he put out good work. So for him to endorse wild ass EnQi's meta-nature shows that he's a damn pseudo and proves my point. This nigga had enough to say, big up to EnQi. You did a great job. How, nigga? I thought you was the meta-nature scholar. I thought that the Magi Archers was supposed to be able to read the damn glyphs. Now we see they really can't, and they really scamming. Now see, I always sit back and wait. Sit back and wait. It's gonna happen. Y'all think I'm lying? Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Got me hot over here, man. I'm thinking the Magi's at least could put together some decent meta-nature and kind of get a community. If they don't overwhoop this shit, I always felt like, yeah, I mean, the nigga could read the glyphs and give us something, but he had to fight against me, so they started making up some shit because I pushed him to make up shit. That's what I was thinking. But now I know this nigga don't know what he talking about ever. Anytime he would support sperm on the walls of Egypt, and the Egyptian Kepler debunking Charles Darwin evolution, man, that nigga crazy. Let me get the receipts here. Let's get it right. You always want to get it right. Let me see here. Oh, what tango where we when we practice to deceive. I've been chilling. Person asked me, yo, why you ain't really talking about? Talking about what? I know what it was. Hell, I know what I did. Know what I did and what I didn't do. And I actually appreciate the people, man. I know what I did. I know what I didn't do. I know where I can get better at in certain areas, yo. But I'll tell you this, yo. I was on my motherfucking A game. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that. And I'm going to tell you another thing, yo. Learn something about having these conversations and debates, man. Make them niggas stay on the topic. Make them stay on the damn topic. The damn Egyptian walls ain't got nothing to do with the damn topic. Nothing. Ain't got nothing to do with Pangenesis and did Darwin have a theory of evolution. Now, if the walls prove that it debunked Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, then you would have a case. But since they didn't say that, it had nothing to do with that, whether they had a telescope, a Kovacs lens or any of that wild shit he put on there, yo, is off topic. Now, here's where pseudo-Sardetta comes into play. When this nigga say Unc should have defeated that in the daggone debate, that's bullshit. At no point, watch this, at no point am I ever supposed to acquiesce to a faulty premise. See, that's a mistake. Learn that lesson, y'all. Y'all who want to come up and debate, never acquiesce to a faulty premise. What's the faulty premise? That those walls on Kemet was verifying that they had a comprehensive theory of evolution before Charles Darwin. It didn't. The things he was showing on the walls had nothing to do with the debate. So I would never run down a rabbit hole and waste my time. That's what he wanted me to do. See, that's his strength, y'all. His strength is to take you off of the real issue of the debate and put you in this wild ass merry-go-round of the sperm, petri dish telescopes, and me, I kept it on. You be like, and I spent 35 minutes debunking that. But that would be acquiescing to a faulty premise. But y'all gonna see that debate. It's coming. I debunked him in every round. But I would never waste time on something that had nothing to do with the debate. This man was completely off topic. Let me see here. Let me receipt this up here to show you how the fake meta-natural scholars do it. They fake. Let me show you how the fake meta-natural scholars do you. Let me get this straight here. Come on, man. I said, come on, man. Let me go. This man is supporting EnQi. Supporting EnQi. Show you anybody that support EnQi, it's a damn pseudo. Any meta-natural scholar supporting EnQi proves he can't be trusted with a scholarly discipline. I'm gonna say this again. If you indulge in the scholarly discipline, scientific field called Egyptology, and you're trying to transmit those ideas, and you agree with a nigga who can't even read it, who making up shit, then you're out of order. Even if you don't like me, you can't support the bullshit. I don't like Smash because he a scammer. And he a fim-flam bam-bam boomer. But I support him if he do good work, no matter what. If he was going against EnQi with that bullshit, I'm like, nah, Smash got that shit right. That's bullshit. Because I can't support the bullshit. Because then y'all think I'm bullshit. I'm going to say this real slow. You don't gotta like a nigga to be able to recognize good work. Never put yourself in a position to support some bullshit. Because then people can look at you and say, damn, you supporting EnQi bullshit in the walls? You hate Smash that much, nigga, that you would compromise your own position? I would never compromise my own position just because I don't like Smash and he's scamming y'all. But I would never go against him in dealing with meta-nature that he got correct against EnQi or Ali or any of them damn pseudos. That shit is treason at the highest level. You don't gotta like the country, but you never commit treason. Smash committed Hydric. Good work, EnQi. Good one. Really, nigga? How? At what part of that nigga work on meta-nature was a good one? And none of them niggas gonna make a video about it. He ain't gonna make a video about it. He don't run his mouth in the chat. Hey, good work. Good one, EnQi. In there, cheerleading the damn pseudo. Do you know why he cheerleading pseudo? Because he's the damn pseudo himself. He really actually think that sperm is on the walls of Kemet. He really actually think that they invented the damn telescope. He really actually think all of that. I told y'all he's a pseudo. Point blank. Smash is a damn pseudo, just like I said. Pseudos support pseudos. Scientifically literate people support scientifically literate people. Well, I feel like, well, I thought you did this and that. Yeah, I got you. I thought you could have did better, right? That's how we do that, my nigga. If you supposed to be a scholar, he's a fake scholar with no real no published work. That's why he will support that bullshit. Make that nigga stay to the topic. I know what I'm saying. This is how we doing it. Oh, it's going to come out. Can't hide it in the vote forever. We gonna see. And then I found out that we got some intelligent people watching Sarnetta. We're gonna go through some of the comments. The comments sometimes tell a story, man. Healthy amount of people. Matter of fact, I started to recognize what type of job I did based off of the healthy amount of comments that started to come through. Yep. I say, damn, okay. Okay, got some critique from the team. And by the way, I stayed away from my team on this one. On purpose. Because they would say, yo, you damn, your whole team gonna fall if you lose. Nah, nigga, I did this all by myself. And I normally don't do that. Normally don't do that. But this is my subject right here. This is what I do. I do this. Right? And it's up to me every time that I come out is to do a better job on transmitting information. That's what I do. Now, Sarnetta just called me, so I'm gonna send him a link real quick, and then I'm gonna play the piece of the debate, right? And y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see that piece. Y'all gonna see how I go back and forth, and we're gonna see it. But let me get Sarnetta up here real quick, real fast. Hold on, let me see if I can get in real fast. Hold on. Let me see. And then I'm gonna get on to what I'm doing. Real quick. Yes, that debate's behind the paywall, man. Go and spend it. I don't know if it's $15 or $20, right? Hit me up. This is another damn thing that Sarnetta did not do. I say, Sarnetta, during the debate, I say, bro, I'm giving the people sources, right? I said, you supposed to send the sources out to the people. You think that nigga did that? Nope. 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 Here you go. This is what I sent Sarnetta and all y'all that was at the debate, whether you pseudo or not, should have had this right here. This is what y'all should have had right here. Okay? Y'all supposed to have this. Here you go. Scientific publications supporting evolutionary theory. Okay? Table of contents, estimated number of scientific publications, major scientific journals, why these numbers matter, fields contributing to evolutionary research, scientific consensus, references, right? This was definitely one of my slides. Estimated number of scientific publications. The values of peer-reviewed research serves as a clear indicator of strength, right? And neutrality of scientific field. In evolutionary biology, the scale of published research reflects both its deep historical roots and its modern relevance. Google Scholar, 5 million, over 5 million plus. PubMed, 1,500,000 plus. Web of Science, 1,200,000 plus. Scoops, 1,800,000 plus. Nature, 45,000. Science, 40,000 plus. 30,000 plus. 50,000 plus. Come on, man. The sheer volume of published work demonstrates how integral evolutionary theory is to modern science, not just as historical framework, but as a continuously tested and applied scientific foundation. You remember EnQi saying that it wasn't the foundation? Remember he said all that? He said all that in the debate. Sarnetta, it's a travesty. You did not send these people their document that I told you to send these people, bro. All this right here. These are all the sources that I use in the debate. You supposed to send that to them people. Yo, you didn't. They say they ain't get their copy, bro.
All right. I hear what you're saying, brother.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But the bottom line is,
All I'm saying.
it is not my job to do that.
Yes,
Let me finish. All you had to do is share your screen during the debate and show the people here's all your sources.
I did, sir. I did.
So, brother, you did what you're supposed to do.
No, but you got their email. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You got their emails. I don't.
Now you putting me to work, brother.
Well, niggas, give me their email so I can send it to them. I ain't trying to put you to work. I'm trying to keep you.
But anyway, let me just say this, man. It seems like you up here boo-hooing and stuff, brother. I mean,
hold on. I didn't talk about winning no debate.
No, I'm not saying talking about winning a debate. I'm saying, brother.
Boo-hooing about what?
You know what you did. You know.
Hold on, what I'm boohooing about? Let me take this off the screen. Go ahead. What I'm boohooing about?
No, I mean, I wake up, I get on the internet, and
what you hear me say? What you hear me say?
No, I just hear you talking about the debate, like
No. I'm talking about Smash. Supposed to be a Meta scholar agreeing with EnQi.
Now, I didn't know that. I know what I said. When you said that, I looked. I said, "Smash going in."
Right. This nigga's supposed to be a Meta scholar, and he agreed that crazy shit. Then my next point was that the nigga ain't. I'm not boohooing. The nigga ain't stay on. I'm not. You set out your mouth. I'm dealing with you. You told Reggie. Big up to Reggie because Reggie did his thing. He has proven himself to at least be able to read the Meta lecture. Right. Yep. Because whether Reggie agreed with me or not on certain topics, he got enough sense to know he looked at EnQi shit and knew it was scandalous, bro. So I'm saying is that you told, guess what you said though on your program? You said, which is wild, you said I'm supposed to refute that in the debate. No, I'm not. That's EnQi's strength. That's what pseudos do, bro. They put up a whole lot of wild information that has nothing to do with the debate, and then it take me away from my topic. Every round I refuted that man.
Let me tell you, man. You know you and Smash is at odds right now. So you can't take what Smash say seriously when it's
I'm taking it serious. No,
don't do that.
Take him serious. I got you.
Don't do that.
Guess what? Let me tell you why I gotta take him serious. Because even though I don't fuck with Smash like that, yo, if he debated EnQi on some meta shit, and I know he beat that nigga up with the real information, I gotta say, yo, I agree with his scholarly take on that, bro. Because if I agree with EnQi because I don't like him, I'm really saying I'm really pseudo. So I don't gotta like a person, bro, to say they got that right. I don't gotta like Smash to say, yo, he got the meta right. Because I'm on the side of academia. I'm not on the side of Smash. It's not about whether I like him or not. That nigga don't feed my family. It's about constantly staying consistent with the community, transmitting these ideas. You either anti-pseudo, you're not. I'm never supporting a pseudo. Not unless that pseudo change his ways and get something right. Then I gotta say, yo, even though you're a pseudo all the other times, right here, you got that right, bro. That's how we gotta do that, Saul. That's all I'm saying.
You should have listened to me when I first told you. You and Smash need to get in the goddamn ring, brother.
Oh, nigga, you get him in the ring. Get that nigga in the ring.
Y'all need to get in the ring.
Not getting no ring with me. That nigga don't want this. I done said it. How many times I gotta say it? You can't even hype that nigga up.
Do you think you really got the smoke for Smash on a
nigga listen, the same smoke that EnQi got, every nigga can get it. What's wrong with you, bro? I'm back right here, yo. These niggas make shit up. What I can prove is that they making that shit up and they're not overthrowing the fields, bro. I can clearly show all that. That's his idea. Guess what? EnQi's idea, Smash idea, none of them niggas' ideas count, bro. See, y'all think they do. Y'all think that one person idea count. That's like saying Charles Darwin, one idea on evolution count. It actually doesn't. It's the people that come after him that will either prove or disprove his idea. See, that's science, bro.
All right, I'm gonna admit it could have been some lookership for me. Because when I looked at EnQi and he broke that metal nature down and said the sperm, the semen coming from the penis, I was looking like, oh shit, this nigga EnQi going on.
I know.
But then Reggie came in and broke that down. I was like, God damn, Reggie always do what he do. But you know?
But sorry, that's your opinion.
Listen, what if EnQi was right on that?
If he was right, he was really off topic at that point.
Yeah.
Yo, what your sperm got to do with pangenesis? Whether pangenesis is the scientific portion of Charles Darwin theory of evolution, and did Charles Darwin have a theory of evolution? What the fuck did that would have had to do with that? Even if he was right, it had nothing to do with the conversation, bro.
But be real. Did EnQi surprise you? Did you sleep on him?
Nigga, I didn't start studying to the day of the debate. The nigga ain't surprised. I thought he was going to do like his third round, sir. Like his third round was machine gun pseudoisms. All over the place. I thought he was going to do more of that. He actually didn't, yo. Meaning it would have been a lot of things for me to have to refute, right? That last round was full of pseudoisms, right? So I picked 2 solid things and refuted. I thought he was going to make me work like that the whole debate. He actually didn't. He was so far off topic. He didn't get on topic to the last round, bro. And then he went to 1,800 sources. Okay, 1,800 sources in the 1800s. Wilberforce and the boys. Like them niggas knew about genetics. Hell, them niggas was thinking that we was in the Garden of Eden at that point. So nah, he surprised me that he didn't do more of that all through the rounds. And then where I really was laughing at is in the question and answer, bro. I felt like that was going to be his strong.
Now, I think you got him on the question and answers. I got to give you that because he was asking crazy questions. But look, I dropped the link in your private chat, and that's the link you need to get for the people who didn't see it before going to the vote. That's the link, and we're going to release it on the 9th. On the 9th, it's in your private chat. The link.
I got it.
On the 9th, it will be. I mean, not the 9th, the 8th. So you might see the 8th on the. I mean, you might see the 9th on the flyer, but it's the 8th. That's on the Saturday.
I actually thought, the question and answer, I felt like for a pseudo, normally when you get to talk, that's your strong point because you get to convince people, yo.
Well, do you think he deserve, and be real, do you think he deserve a title bout with Jabari now? Being that the people said that he went through you, he beat you.
The people ain't say nothing. His niggas in his daggone, come on, yo, niggas in your cult say you won. Yo, how that count, yo?
No, see, look, hold up. I see John Jones saying Sarnetta needs to bury all the pseudos debate. No, see, look, without the pseudos, y'all really have nothing to talk about. You need the pseudos, man.
I agree. I ain't never mad at you about that.
You need the pseudos, family. Trust what I tell you, because you got to have an opposition to go up against.
You need an ops.
Getting the team at the same time. So you need the pseudos like Keon. That's my man right there, my brother Keon. That's my brother.
That's the young lady that was in the video, right?
Yeah, that's the young brother. Keon.
Shorty.
He believe he's a Christian. So he's a Christian.
No, that was the one that was on the one I'm about to play the right here. That is this him, yo? That's the dude that jumped him on the panel first.
Let me see.
Hold on. I think that's him, the young nigga. I
and
like
that Moses 777. You know, Moses, man, the ultimate pseudo up in here, man.
No, he's not worse.
Not the worst, but I think he's at the top.
No, he's not. See right here. Is that? Yeah, that's him. See?
Yeah, that's him with the headphones set on.
Yeah, I think he got a chance, yo. I think if he don't stay too long, like if you don't stay addicted to drugs for too long, yo, you got a chance to come back, yo. Yeah, I think he has the acronym. Let's get this straight, yo. He said something early on this video about, and I gotta respect that. He said, yo, I don't think it's a color thing.
Yes.
So he got that part right. Because he understands but then after that, he just jumped off the roof and hit the concrete. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I like him though. Like, he not like a young Pharaoh. Remember how young Pharaoh was just gone? Now, he's not that young nigga right there. No. I think he stand a chance, yo. And then he would look more like a daggone Egyptian and Ethiopian. See that? Mali. He look more like a Northeast African. See?
Yeah. But here's the thing, though, Unc. Here's the thing, man.
I didn't ask you a question though. You said, I think, of course, Jabari gonna beat him at the death, but you can't make it seem like the nigga come on, yo. You can't do it. You can't choose like that, yo.
I think he gonna beat Jabari too, man. I think he'll beat Jabari.
Nah, he ain't. Well, I don't know. If you think that nigga stayed on topic and you think he the champion, or that's what the fuck you think.
Well, you know, Mandinka Mali 7K came through and said none of y'all was on topic.
I know, because none of them understand it. I wasn't. Listen, nigga, look, watch this. Counterintuitive. People think that I debunked Charles Darwin because I talked about the things he got wrong. Remember I did that in the first round?
Right.
the reason I talked about the things he did in the first round because the things he got wrong didn't stop him from putting together a comprehensive scientific theory, bro.
You know what happened though, Unc? I'm gonna tell you. You didn't listen to me. I told you, Unc. I said, Unc, show the flyer. Keep showing the flyer.
I did.
In every round, show the flyer and let the people know that this is what the topic is. That's what I'm telling you. You ain't do it on every round.
I did, nigga. I only had 3 rounds. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
You just forgot, of course.
Well, you got my man 7 Asar. 7 Asar was rolling with you all the way. You know, 7 Asar was
because 7 Asar is a thinker. But I'm saying the same people that been going against evolution was saying that I lost. That's fine, nigga. But y'all niggas didn't like Sunchild. Like Sunchild said, I did a great job of teaching me learned a lot.
Suntan.
I lost. Suntan said he learned a lot and all that. But okay, but he don't understand. He don't know if I won or lost. He don't know if it was a win. He don't know. He don't even know if EnQi stayed on topic, yo. He actually think that the Egyptians created the microscope, yo. That's crazy, bro. There's a long way to go from the convex lens to the telescope.
But hold on though, Unc.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you might say they didn't create the telescope.
They did, nigga.
Right, but did they create something that can be like a telescope today? The name of it?
No, nigga.
How was they able to map out the cosmos then? How was they able to do that?
Map out no damn cosmos. Niggas just say anything on pseudo.
No, you see the alignment, the Orion, Orion belt, and all of that. You ain't never see that diagram with the Egyptians in that. You ain't never see that.
None of the pseudo shit, bro. That's
man.
They didn't do all that, bro. That's fine. White man said that, bro. When we gonna understand that, man? Y'all gonna stop listening to wild white people. Y'all gotta stop that.
So how come the Great Pyramids and all the other pyramids that's right there lines right up with Orion's belt? Why? How is that?
Because it didn't.
Oh, come on, man.
It's not. What you want me to do?
Now I gotta get smashed now, man. For real, man.
Man, Smash ain't. I don't know. I've lost confidence in Smash. Even though I don't like the nigga, yo. Yeah, I mean,
don't say that, man. That's
no, I don't gotta like that nigga. You're not gonna make me like him, bro.
Y'all falling out.
Nah, it ain't that. It's not that, bro. Listen, bro. I'm not trying to get nobody to move in any direction, but that nigga said, hold on, bro. The nigga said that I tried to rob him for 20,000, yo. You heard that nigga say he ain't really mean that. He was just mad. You heard that, Saul. You can't play with me like this, bro. That's what you can't never do, yo. That's all I'm saying, yo. You hear me, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Right. I don't need you to answer that, but nigga, you heard it. So if a nigga did you like that, nigga, you still be me. You're not gonna play with. I'm not playing with that, yo. That's all I got is my name. Nigga can think I'm pseudo, but I never lied on Smash, yo. I never lied on him, bro. I never said he did something he didn't, yo. I never said he couldn't read him at a lecture. I never said when he on his game, he on his game. I never said he wasn't, yo. And I never lied.
I never thought that y'all two would fall out for real. I ain't never thought that shit.
Is he a suit? I fall out with all the pseudos, bro. That's how I'm supposed to do.
Nah, that's not what you're supposed to do, brother.
That's how I do. That ain't what you do.
And battle them and teach them. And teach them.
You do. Now, then, the nigga fell out because he couldn't handle it. You know how you can't handle that shit? You know how in your mind you think you the greatest Metanetra nigga and you beat
you fell out?
And you didn't?
You fell out probably because you can't handle it.
Can't handle what?
What they saying?
What they saying?
You can't handle the pressure.
What they saying? What they saying the academia is saying. Now we brought all the experts. I'm listening. Go ahead. I can't handle, listen, this is what I can't handle. I can't handle niggas thinking they better than the field that they claim they represent.
Why?
Because they're not, because first of all, they're not representing the field. You got to be in the field to represent the field. That's first point. All right. Second point, I can't handle acting like you're expert when you're not, bro. Like, and that's the problem with the community, yo.
Share my screen, brother.
Yeah, that's not real. I gotta find it.
Are you saying that this is not real, brother?
Orion constellation theory. Yeah, I like the good one. So I was looking for that, yo.
Yeah, look, read it.
Orion constellation. Hold on. I like that, yo. That's what I was looking for, yo. Good one, yo. Here, hold on. That's what I was looking for. All right.
Yeah.
Orion constellation theory, yo. All right, so that's what it is, right? Orion constellation theory.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If we actually look it up, it's going to tell you, yo. And okay, it says it posits. Hold on, the Orion constellation theory is a fringe theory. Hold on, look, I'm gonna go right to it. Here, Saul. Damn, well, you come and save the day with that one, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, just what I'm saying. So if you come to Wikipedia, Encyclopedia, and everybody gonna crack jokes about Wikipedia,
right there, those dots you see, that's where the pyramid's at. How were they able to line it up like that?
Well, let's read it. Well, we got to read it. Okay, it say the Orion constellation theory is a fringe theory, yo, in Egyptology, attempting to explain the arrangement of the geyser complex. See, it's a fringe theory, bro. See? Look, is the idea or viewpoint that differs significantly from the accepted scholarship of the time within its field. There you go, yo. Now, it posits that there is a correlation between the location of the three largest pyramids of Giza pyramid complex, Orion's Belt constellation and Orion. It say, and that this correlation is intended as such by the original builders of the geyser complex, yo. So all you gotta come to is here. Let's read it. Let's see. Are they confirming that? History, who actually did the history of it, right? And here you go, yo. The Orion correlation theory, right? Look, was put forth by Robert Bovell. Who is Robert Bovell? All right. Now, here you go. Robert Bovell. We can come right there. Bovell, Alexander, Egypt. Let's see his schooling. All right. Let's see what he got. He ain't got no. Let's see. He came across a new edition solo press. Hold on. Bovell contacted Gilbert. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. The Fourth Dynasty. They went and write the Orion Mystery. So he writes pseudo books. The Orion Mystery, definitely a pseudo book. Became, let's see, international bestseller. Broadcast documented Bovell's idea around the time of the book publication. He also co-authored 3 books with Graham Hancock. He's a pseudo, right? All these people are pseudos and they're white boys. Okay, hold on. See, they always talking about me and white boys, but y'all promote discredited white boys. Bovell, specifically known as the Orion constellation. So this white boy made this shit up. He's not an expert in the field. I can't even find his schooling, bro. His education. Man, yo. So we look for experts. You got African Americans that are experts in these fields, yo. They don't support none of that. The sacred cities, secret faith. Man, get out of here, man. Hold on. Yeah, he ain't got no education on that, bro. He's just doing it. Look. Atlas Reborn documentary. Y'all believe in Atlas, yo? That's what we doing, yo? Yeah. We doing that? That's how y'all doing it. Okay. Atlantis. My fault. Atlantis. Y'all believe in Atlantis? That shit usurped Egypt, right? To some Martians. People be for that. It's crazy as hell. Yeah, bro, he's a pseudo, yo. None of that shit is documented. You can't find it, bro. All right. So I don't care how good it sounds. As a matter of fact, yo, let me show you what's real, bro. Like, you know, me and Dr. Meow got a published paper. And me and Doc had a great conversation about this. And she had put it in her paper. Do you realize, yo, that our paper could never get through, yo? When we realized what the mistake was in the paper and we took that out, the paper went through, bro. So it's not an academic standard. That's not real. The Egyptians didn't build the pyramids 25,000 years ago when they line up with Orion's belt. All that is folklore in the African American community. Yo, it's not what real people who understand the conversation would ever say those. So he had that in there, then he really out of his mind, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah, we're not doing that, bro. Yeah. So that's that pseudo shit. All right. So no, that is white people making up shit about indigenous Africans, yo. And that I don't appreciate, though, sir. I mean, Netta. So no, we're not doing that, yo. We're not. You quiet on that one? Anyway.
Nah, I was calling Smash. He probably still asleep. I know it's 3 hours. We are 3 hours ahead of him. So it's only 9:14 over there where he at. I was calling him. See if I could he would debate you on if y'all was to do it? What would be a topic so I could bring it to him if you was to take him up on it?
Did that nigga overthrow modern Egyptology?
Did he overthrow modern
Egyptology? Yeah.
Did he overthrow?
Yeah, nigga, because if he right, he overthrew. When I say overthrow something, bro, that means you have discredited all the work that the experts been putting in outside of the damn field. That's what I mean, bro. Just like EnQi, right? EnQi claimed to overthrow modern biology, bro. That's crazy as shit. Come on, bro. Well, I don't know why y'all think that. Why would you think that EnQi overthrew modern biology, yo? It's right here. Hold on. Here, Saul. This is what you forget. Look, you forgot EnQi didn't even know the title of the daggone didn't understand the title of the book. You forgot that round, yo?
See, even men think of Molly. He's in here right now. 7.
He don't count. He don't count.
He said it's your responsibility.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
I agree with him. I agree with him, Unc.
So you saying if a nigga say so if the debate is about you
know what? You should have said
hold on. If the debate is about viruses, hold on. If the debate is about viruses and the nigga is talking about some shit, you think I'm supposed to defeat the shit?
No, of course, because that's nonsense right there.
Right. So then you know, sperm and a Mike telescope don't got nothing to do with Pangenesis, bro, or whether Charles Darwin had a theory of evolution. You can't. You mean you can't see that? Oh, we're in trouble if you can't see that. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Do you see this, Sonetta? Do you see this right here?
Yeah.
It's the title of the book. That's Charles Darwin book, right?
Right.
All right. Now,
but see, you should have brought all of that out in the debate, bro.
I did. What's wrong with you, bro? Okay. Are you serious? Don't make me pull it up. I don't want to do that to you, Saul. Come on, man. You ain't know how to.
Dr. Reggie's in the chat. He says send him the link.
All right, I'm gonna send him the link. Look, see this? Can you see this, Saul? You see it, right?
Yeah.
It says on the origin of species, on the origins of the species by means of natural selection or preservation of the favorite races in the struggle for life. You see that, right?
Yep.
Now it is a work of what, yo? Can you see it, Saul? What it say?
Where you at?
Right here, man.
Yeah, it's a work of literature.
A work of scientific literature.
Literature by Charles Darwin.
Go ahead. That's what?
That's considered to be foundation.
Of what, yo?
Of evolution biology.
Of evolution. So it's the foundation. Biology. So it's the foundation of evolutionary biology, yo.
1959.
Do you get that? That nigga got to prove it's not. That nigga said it's not the foundation, yo. He said that out of his mouth, bro. You ain't know he said that? Here, let me run it. Here, look, come on, son.
Let me call Reggie because Reggie said he wanted to come in and talk to me. I gotta call Reggie real quick, man.
I'm going to get it on there.
Hold on. Don't bang on me, Reggie, for real, man.
Bang on you, yo. Oh, you can't take it. Everybody else can get banged on. Shit, you bang on everybody. Crazy. But I'm saying, but you got a right to your opinion, though, Saul. So trust me, yo. I'm not trying to change your opinion, yo. You got a right to say, I ain't win. I ain't mad at you. Trust me, yo. I ain't mad at nobody's opinion, yo. What y'all niggas can't do is verify that shit. That's what you can't never do. Here, Reggie, I got you. Reggie Mobley. Here you go. I got the link. Here you go, Reg. Here you go. Bam. All right. So here, Saul. Let me show you. You know I like you, Saul. You should have showed this. You ain't nigga. That debate was moving so quick, yo. All right, y'all see this, right? All right, here we go. All right.
Yo, did you send Reggie the link?
I sent him the link. Here's Saul. Here's what you say I didn't do in the debate. Damn, is it this one, Saul?
Yeah, no, that's not the one. That's not it.
Hold on. I think it is, yo. Nah, that ain't the one. Well, how you know, nigga? So you lying then? Oh man, you just
you got the link. He sent it to you.
Promoting at this point, yo. You gonna say nah, that ain't the one. How you know if I didn't do it? How you know which one is on?
Because I remember a little bit, baby.
Oh, you wow, yo, you gotta stop, yo. I forgot how good you is, yo. The shit you be doing, boy. You gotta stop that shit, yo. Hold on. Oh, I got him there. Hold on, I got y'all. Here you go. Look. Here we go. This is what Sonnet said I didn't do. First of all, I don't care if y'all think I won or lost, but at least I know the title of the motherfucking, understand the title of the damn book. At least I understand that. So here you go right there. Hold on, Reggie. Let me just show this. This was Saw said I didn't show. Then we find out. Here you go right here. That's the slide of the thing. And it went just like this. I said the impact of on the origin of the species. I said Darwin's On the Origin of the Species in 1859 introduced natural selection, transforming biological science, and initiating debates about evolution. Then I read the title, On the Origin of the Species by Means of Natural Selection, right? Or the preservation of the favored races. This man he do the classic, I'm gonna say this again. He does the classic mistake. Down here in this slide, I say, in this extended title and elsewhere in the book, Darwin used the biological term races interchangeably with varieties. Okay, so really he was saying varieties. They're interchangeable. Okay, meaning you can use either one. Now, this is the definition of what he was doing. Meaning varieties within a species, right? It says he used the term broadly and as well as, discussions on several races. For instance, of cabbage and hereditary varieties of races of our domestic animals and plants. So you know damn well ain't no races of fish and animals and plants, right? If you try to apply it that way. But EnQi don't know this. Look, here's the proof. Watch.
Right. So here's the book, right? This is the actual title of the book. On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection. Now, when people are trying to hide the truth, they just leave it like that.
Jabari got him on this.
They just say on the origin of species by means of natural selection.
He didn't believe
you. Or they will paraphrase and just say Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. They leave this whole entire second part out. You see what that say? Or the preservation of favored races in the struggle for life. You heard that?
Mm-hmm.
This is the white supremacist Bible. This is the white supremacist Bible. This is the science that backed any and all justification for what Black folks would experience throughout the rest of, the 1800s going into the 1900s.
Right. So that's an outright made that shit up. He in the middle of a damn debate and don't understand the title of the daggone book. That is the foundation of evolutionary biology.
Did you have a host? Did you promote? I mean, did you go in on Pangenesis?
Of course I did, nigga.
Like I'm saying, how long? Because
I did a whole round. I did a whole round.
I was the moderator, so I was in and out. I was running
the whole round here. The whole round here. I think it was this right here, yo. The whole round was dedicated to Pangenesis, man.
Okay, because some people say you didn't bring that up.
Because they retarded. What you want me to do, yo? His students said it. Do we listen to that nigga students or not? I didn't even know people still had students. I thought we eradicated the cults. That's cult talk. That's cult talk right there.
And Sonetta.
What's up, Dr. Reg?
How you doing, good brother?
Good, man.
I know he didn't read Charles Darwin's book because species, he's talking about humans, but species is also cabbage. He was talking about plant life too. And I had told him that, but he wanted to fool the audience. So when he's talking about species, he's just not talking about humans. He's talking about living organisms. So he tried to make that racist, right? But that wasn't racist because his definition of species goes beyond human beings. It's talking about plants and animals. And but I think, Sonetta, this is probably one of the greatest debates in 2025.
Yeah, it was good.
I think in the scheme of it, because there's some echoes. Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon talked about Charles Darwin and agreed with Charles Darwin. So EnQi doesn't know.
What did he agree with Charles Darwin on, Reggie?
Oh man, don't tell him.
He agreed. Dr. Ben's book, Black Men in the Nile, which beat me up on, right? Beat me up on the Black Men in the Nile because he has a whole section on evolution. Dr. Ben.
I remember talking about that with Dr. Ben.
Yeah. I did it on that thing you just when I'm beating up SETI, I pulled out.
Yeah, I know.
So you read the title. See the title right there? Yo, that was in the second round. Here, I got my rounds listed up on my paper. Right? And in the second round, I did Pangenesis overturn Darwin's scientific theory? I did a whole thing. In round 2, I stayed to the topic, yo.
This is like the more debate that I had when as soon as I finished, you had even people like Professor Small saying that I didn't do a good job. But then after people watched it again.
Hold up. Who said that?
Professor Small.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he said that.
Yeah, he said because he didn't even see the whole thing when the Moors didn't say Black Power. He didn't say
man, damn, Small.
He came in later, and he only with Dr. Jeffries, and he only seen the pretty much the second half, but the first half. But then this is like that debate, one of those great debates that you put on, in the sense that people get a chance to watch it. So if you didn't watch it, get your tickets, right? And so you can watch it so that you can have more information instead of the emotional appeal that people are doing, right? You really actually have to watch it and pay attention to see what Ankh said, what Ankh didn't say.
Hey, Reggie, you remember when I grabbed the mic in the office and I almost I had all the Moors going crazy, like they were getting ready to have a riot. I grabbed.
Dr.
My voice like thunder, man. When I grabbed, I was hot as hell because they didn't say Black Power, but they were Islam, and I grabbed the mic,
lost it.
And I went at them niggas, man, and they was like, "Oh my god!" I thought we was gonna have a fight up in that shit.
You completely lost it, but we were almost overpowered. We had some secrets, but we were almost overpowered because you saw them. They was all on one side of the room. And, but this debate is similar in this sense of information, a lot of information. But now EnQi goes up, and now EnQi lies on African language. He says that there's a sperm that but doesn't know that that's writing, and he lied to our people. So watch this, Sarnetta. If he's saying that Charles Darwin is wrong because he put in Pangenesis, well, then EnQi loses the debate, right? Because he lied on African language, right? So people, y'all need to watch that debate, and
they don't watch it. They're gonna watch it. Yeah, I never count a person's students. They say I'm EnQi's student. He won. I'm EnQi's student. He won. He played good music.
You know what surprised me, Unc? It would surprise me. Is that damn? I ain't know EnQi had the support he had with all it. He got the support of the Hebrews. He got the support of the Indians, the indigenous Indians. He got that support, bro. He got to have it because see, the Hebrews can't say they agree with Charles Darwin. They got to believe in Yahweh.
Yeah,
riding on that. So he using that shit. He using it well. He playing chess
well. Well, hold on. Read that though. What that say, Sal?
Where you at?
Right there on the screen.
Did Pangenesis overturn Charles Darwin theory?
What's the next one?
Or the impact Pangenesis on Darwin. What's that? Darwinian?
On Darwinian evolution.
Darwinian evolution.
That was my round 2, yo.
Yeah.
So in round 2, I did this, right? All right, to handle the Pangenesis side, right? And then for all of us was there, I did this. Look, I did this. All right. Yeah, no need to squabble. I did this. See, if you read it, probably can't see it. It says Darwin predictions versus modern scientific proof. Why Darwin produced a scientific theory. So in that second round, after I got you to that point, is when I cooked the whole thing right there. So basically, if Darwin, watch this, if Darwin had a prediction, right, then that means he had a scientific theory, because scientific theories have prediction power, yo. Right? And you know, it shouldn't have went over nobody's head. You, matter of fact, you actually played it, Saul. Right here, look, you played this in the video. That's why I was like, my man, you did your thing. Right here, Darwin you played this right here, yo. See? Darwin observed diverse species in different environments. He formulated ideas based on natural selection and adaptation.
Yeah, let me ask Reggie this question, because I don't know. My man, Dr. Reggie, could be the culprit of having these dudes say we didn't come from monkeys. Reg, I got the video. Remember we did something on evolution.
What they got to do with what I'm just saying? You always do that shit.
I know. My mind's
let you blink out, nigga.
Goes away.
No, stay right here.
This is important. This is important.
Not important on what I'm in the middle of saying, Saul.
This is dealing with evolution.
Channel. I don't want to hear that shit.
Go ahead.
I definitely don't want to hear it. You played this in your video.
Yes.
This is important. I say scientific theories have predictive powers. So if Charles Darwin, would you think Charles Darwin had magic? No, he had a scientific theory. That way he had predictions. Simple as that. So we know he had a scientific theory because he made predictions. You predict through scientific theories. And that was all in round two. I dealt with all that. Now you can go ahead and get back to Reggie.
Okay, Reggie. I
said that we that humans came from a split between the Miocene primate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
so
I think I remember though, Reggie, you saying that we come from monkeys, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I said primates. And so the thing is, the term primates, they equate to monkeys, right? But we came from the Miocene primate that split. And so that's where they get to the point of monkeys, because they don't read.
So we come from the primate, right?
Right, the Miocene primate that split, right?
What does that mean when you say the Miocene primate?
Miocene is a period in on the planet. It's one of the periods. So it talks about a particular period of I don't know, maybe the Miocene period, which I don't know, is like 6-8 million years ago, something like that, right? Where there was a split between groups that would ultimately admix and become Homo sapiens sapien, and other groups that would be the chimps and the gorillas and stuff like that. But you know, Sa, not you, but our audience, listen, they need science. Look, I mean, look, AI is killing us. AI is killing us. You see,
you killed that. That was right when you said that about the AI joint.
Yeah, it's killing us. And so these people who think that they may be around, but their children are going to be suffering, they don't need us no more. What do they need humans for? Right? They want a select group of people, a couple of million people to run the planet. They don't need the rest of us. The rest of us is stupid in religion, believing in a God where AI is going to tear our asses apart. But they're stupid, right? So that's why this is a great debate, because we need debates that have to do with science instead of instead of religion, because they can't prove anything. They're running out of gas.
Let me ask you another question while Uncle on the phone. Yeah, believe me, I'm not pseudo at all, y'all. Y'all just don't know what I do. Y'all don't know my job. I know it's pseudo and I know it's not. Y'all think I'm pseudo, but I'm not pseudo. Y'all think I go with a lot of stuff, but I don't. So I'm just playing my role. I'm playing my chess game. I'm on the board. Y'all off the board. Y'all playing checkers. I know what's right and what's wrong. I'm just doing what I do. Y'all don't know me by now, man. If you don't know me by now, y'all way off. So let me ask you, how was that? Huh?
I said you set up great failures. So once you got the asses on record, then you bring it back.
Right.
But the beautiful thing is we got EnQi on record with the sperm. That's the greatest fail of 2025. I mean, that should outbeats the helicopter. You know,
hey, let me ask you before I get off the phone. How were the ancient Egyptian able to align the pyramid, the Great Pyramids, with the Orion's belt? With the cloud? How did that happen, Dr. Reggie?
Look at ship.
Look at shit. Nobody agrees with that, sir. Only
you saying
they
that?
looked up and they seen Orion's belt. They seen his 3 stars, and
Right?
they did their best calculations to align it. But guess what? Space changes.
But
Space
you know what? It was perfect. So when you
it was never perfect, sir.
wait, sir, they didn't align that shit with no damn Orion's belt, bro.
It was look a ship.
That's bro said that. What are we doing?
The amount of space, space between those stars, or light years. So you take 3 pyramids and you put them in a couple of acres, right? And that's aligning with them? No, these stars are light years apart. So what they did is they simulated with the best that they could at that time period, right? They made some other alignments, but not necessarily directly to those stars. You know, stars are light years apart.
Right, yo.
Yeah.
So you can't on a couple hundred acres, you can't align, you can't put pyramids and align them with stars that are light years away. That's EnQi stuff. That's what the pseudos do. That's not what we do.
All right. So what you doing tonight? What you doing later on tonight, man?
This damn video with you lying on this motherfucker, acting like that nigga that the C took out the whole pseudo killers. Nigga, ain't nobody on the pseudo killers help me with this presentation.
Yo,
EnQi, man. Teach that.
Yo,
nigga, I'm the one to do the evolution thing. I ain't need no help from the team, nigga. I ain't asked for the help. I refused help, and nigga, I did what I did now. So stop. Don't false narratives. I'm not gonna go for. I'm a rage bait you to death.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
All right, I'm telling you now. I'm Captain Rage Baiter, yo. I'm telling you.
Hey, yo, Kent,
don't do it.
Kent, you got to speak for yourself, brother. Speak for yourself.
What did he say? We don't fuck with Saul. Yeah, he don't fuck with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all right though, Kent. If you don't fuck with me, that's cool.
Now he don't fuck with you because he understand you to be a pseudo and you support the pseudo.
But that's all right though. I ain't got nothing against Kent. I have no problem against it, brother.
Why you support the pseudos though? That's
everybody's not because you already know the answer to that.
What's the answer?
There was no pseudos.
You want to know the answer, yo?
Hold on, Kent. I have no beef with you, man. Whatever we had in the past, brother. I don't even remember that stuff, brother.
I know you.
So I apologize.
You on the panel. You cuss them out.
I apologize if I said something to hurt your feelings or whatever, man. I have nothing against you, bro. I don't even know you to not like you, so I ain't got nothing against you, Kent. It's all good, man.
All right, I got a super chat right here, man. Boogie the Giant. He says, "Why isn't anyone talking about talking about out the difference mutations?" I guess he's talking about different mutations that allow for natural selection to take place. All right, frames shift. All right, deletions. All right.
Now let me tell you why I fuck with the pseudos. And I don't just fuck with pseudos. I fuck with everybody, man. Like from the Christians to the Hebrews to the Muslims to the Moors. It don't matter if you're pseudo or not. Without the pseudo, you have nothing to disprove. You know, some people want to have debates. So when you have a debate, you are debating one against the other one. One of them got to be a pseudo.
Yeah.
One of them is a pseudo. You see what I'm talking about? So without the pseudos, y'all ain't got nothing to debate, man.
Hey, you know,
and it's all business with me, man.
I would like
to. Young Pharaoh is back in jail. You know that.
I heard something about that, Reg, but I didn't find no information on that.
Yeah, he needs $2,000. He needs $2,000, but he's back in jail for domestic.
Go ahead, give it to him, Si. That's your man. You promoted that nigga.
Yeah, but you know, I don't glorify. I'm not here to glorify what he's doing. I just feel bad for the brother.
You realize you always on the wrong side of history, yo?
If he would not have left me, he would have been one of the top.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. This is what you always do. When we look back at history, people like Kent Logan say that nigga pseudo because you claim neutrality, right? But you actually not. you actually lead more towards that wild shit. So that's why niggas say that.
You know why? You know why? You really want to know why?
I really want to know why.
Here it is. Here it is.
There wouldn't be no debate.
Hold on. If you can't beat them, join them. If you can't beat them, join them.
Well, there you have it. At least you're honest, bro.
Look. Check this out. People cling more towards the pseudos than those who got the scientific information.
There you have it.
You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Hold on, let me give you a perfect example.
All right, go ahead.
Shout out to my brother Rich. Look at brother Rich.
Super pseudo. That's the one Kent need to get.
Look at my hold on. I'm not banging on my brother Rich.
I'm banging on Rich because you're a damn pseudo with disinformation and misinformation.
I'm trying to show you. Look at my brother Rich and look at the views and the people that he get.
Millions.
Thank you. Because that's what they people want. So I'm saying, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
Join them.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear you. I ain't never joined no pseudos, yo.
Yeah,
no,
I didn't think Smash was gonna join the pseudos though. That confused me.
YouTube is at some point YouTube gets tired of that.
Business with me, man. That's
the whole channel.
It's never personal.
Yeah, but you be leaning like this, yo. Like, I don't need your opinion on who won that damn. Shut up, nigga. I don't need you talking.
YouTube at some point.
Knock that shit off, man. All right, yo. What the fuck? Hey, you got indigenous black man. Stand up for your people, yo.
Yo, a lot of y'all be using my man, indigenous black man, work too, man.
See this shit like that. Stand up for your people, man. Stand tall, man, in this arena, bro.
I be using his shit for real though.
Yeah, he does. I think
cool out, and y'all just be regurgitating it, and then y'all don't give them props on where it come from when y'all do that.
They steal my information. They don't give me no props.
Man, listen.
Yeah, but when I hear them, I know where it come from. Just like when I hear Bobby Hemmett, I can hear Bobby Hemmett all in Young Pharaoh.
Yeah. York too.
York too.
Yeah, but a lot of niggas don't got no work though, yo. See, I don't have no work. I'm not overthrowing modern biology. I don't have no work in biology. See, let's get that straight. See, I admit what it is. The difference is people promote the wild shit. So I'm gonna play this little part that you did you chop up some other people? Hey, so now you know the more you chop that shit up, yo, and play, the more people can start to see. They like, oh shit.
Well, they're gonna be able to see on the 8th.
For $20 or $15.
20.
Why you go 20? Why not 15?
You want to go 15?
Go 15, give them half price.
Okay, I'll bring it down.
And bring it down a little bit. I want everybody to get in there. I want all the pseudos to crowd in.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, the way I did it is good too. I took all the fluff stuff out. You know, it's real good, man.
You took you tampered with the debate?
No, you missing what I'm saying.
Oh, what was the fluff?
All right, for example, when all the in between stuff where y'all wasn't going in, when y'all was, stopping the video, hold the video, pause the video.
Oh.
In the break, when we took a break, I took all of that out to close it in. So when we say break, it's gonna come right back in. Right away instead of the people.
Yeah. So you back on your editing shit, huh?
Yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we go.
That's it for me, but listen, these
all right, bro.
These debates sell because there are pseudos to beat up, right?
we got Captain Cesariak next going up against Say Cool. What do you think about that, Reggie? What do you think about that, Unc?
Say Cool getting better.
He believes man came from the dirt. So I don't.
Yeah. EnQi said that too. Man came from the dirt. How that's the most ridiculous shit ever.
Oh, hold on. You say what, Reggie?
All the Bible people believe that they believe in the Bible. What the Bible say? Humans came from dirt. So
who you think got this one coming up with Say Cool and Cesariak?
Say Cool.
Well, Captain is a professional debater, right? And he has a large audience. And Say Cool gets a little emotional at times.
See.
And so I think that Captain
you don't like Say Cool.
It's not that I don't like
me neither, but I can say with a clear head, he gonna beat the brakes off the Zariak, yo. He's not suffering from an inferiority complex. He just overwhoop African spirituality. He overwhoop the shit. He make it not like everybody else shit. Like it's all religion to me. It's all culture and things that I did.
Flip Malik Zulu Shabazz, who was a lawyer, right? Captain Flip, me and Sonetta was there trying to save Malik. Malik goes up there and says, well, he's an Israelite. Loses the whole goddamn debate. right?
What?
Yeah. Malik did good all the way to the damn end, bro.
To the end.
To the end. He did real good into the damn end.
Against who?
To Zoriak. We did that live in front of the audience, man.
Oh, yeah. Y'all, you tried to open it back up, the library?
Yeah.
Well, they all fall short.
At the last minute.
They all
At the last minute, he's an Israelite, right?
That was crazy.
Right? And I'm like, and so me and
we all looked at each other when he said that shit, like, what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
lost that.
Yeah, it's like you're losing a case. Like, and you're a lawyer. So if I saw Captain Flip Malik Zulu Shabazz, then he could get you into a space and say, cool. I'm not saying Sekou don't have the information, right? But I do think that I think that Captain can razzle dazzle him, right? So
nah, man. Come on, Reggie, man.
Nah, he can't razzle dazzle.
Come on, Reggie. Not Sekou, brother.
He can't razzle dazzle.
You know why, Reggie? Because Sekou study your grandmaster teachers, bro. That's
he don't know them. He don't know them personally, but he know them with their information. Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben, Professor Smalls. He know all of the.
He getting better though. He getting better at it.
Yeah.
Well, he may be getting better at it.
He don't. He trying to understand science. So every time a person say that religion and science go together, that means they don't understand science.
That's I'm not saying that Sekou doesn't have the skill set and the information, but I do. But I'm just talking about debating. Captain is professional debater for his situation. And you're gonna, why are you going against me? All you do is something and say, my captain, my general, my general.
Yeah, he'll never say Reggie.
Right? You know,
because he go with the pseudos. Remember, that's the rule. If Sarnetta going with you, you're in trouble, yo, because he backing a pseudo claim. Yo.
Yeah.
So I gotta keep the pseudos happy, brother. Gotta keep them happy.
I know you do. Anthony Bowman. They talked about the Kovacs lens in Egypt, bro. Talking about the Egyptians had. Big up to Anthony Bowman, pseudo kill official, man. Man, he deal with Out Space and Beyond show, man.
Peace, Anthony. Yeah, they have microscopes.
The real telescopes.
That is the greatest fail in 2025. They had microscopes, and then they put my name in it.
They put your name in there, Reggie. You got to know. You got to get him. You know he done fucked up, right?
Put my name in it, right? So I'm like, hey, listen. At the end of the day, it's African language that he spit on. He spit on African language. He thinks that the Africans were pseudo, right?
It's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful to teaching Black people, African Americans. It's disrespectful to further the disinformation and misinformation claims produced by wild white people, yo. And he's following wild white people. You ain't no Egyptologist, African American style. Get up there and say that about no damn walls.
He got it from what? He got it from white pseudos. And said it to us like dog food.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm out of here.
All right, y'all. Here go Sarnetta right here. Here we go. And then I'm gonna drop the link so we can get into them healthy conversations. Here you go.
Even come as so close and even surpassed them when it came to this debate. Now I'm gonna leave that up to y'all to judge. All right. I'm telling you what I've looked at and checked it out. Again, I checked it out earlier today, this afternoon. I sat back and I watched the damn debate and I was like blown away with it. I was like, damn, this brother here really went in on the debate. He really did go in, you know? And so Cedric would never admit it though. You know, Cedric would never admit it that Ankh slept on him. And by sleeping on him, I told him before, yo, EnQi gonna mess around and uproot all of y'all. Pause, because if he take Ankh out, he just murdered the whole.
What?
Yo, man, this is funny looking at.
Yeah, you talking crazy.
I'm just doing what I do. Y'all don't know. I'm doing what I do. This is funny just looking at it and listening to it.
Nigga don't believe that shit. He trip. I'm like, really, yo, you overwhooping, yo. Okay.
Hey, man, this is funny as hell.
Yeah, you crazy, yo. All right, here we go. There you go. You did great editing on the video, too. Watch this.
Whole pseudo killers, because they're known for calling everybody pseudo. and banging on everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I think EnQi have just brought back. Let me show you what the EnQi have brought back. And that's why we bringing it back right now. We got a team. We bringing a team up. And the team is what?
The Adjustment Bureau. We make Negroes adjust.
The Adjustment Bureau. We got a team coming in. And we're going to have the Adjustment Bureau crew. Seven Asar adjusted Mandinka Mali last night. He's one of the players in the Adjustment Bureau team, on the team. So y'all got to be careful what y'all say. Y'all know y'all got the pseudo killers out there, but you also now have the rebirth of the Adjustment Bureau. We make Negroes adjust, and we go on after everybody, man, with the information. Not no banging on each other Negroly. We talking about information only. You know what I'm saying? So Suntan, what's up, man? What's going on with your Suntan?
What's up, Si? You
All
said
right.
it right. We adjusting them. You know me. I sit there and I research and I go from there. Then I add my own ideal.
Yeah, we don't never want to hear Suntan. Suntan say nothing. He's a dedicated pseudo. Now I am convinced. But here we go. Here's the editing. Here's a little glimpse into the debate, man. Right here, man. We got the saw for the cut.
The EnQi at work.
Again, he's still big up EnQi. He need that ego stroke. You don't gotta stroke my ego. I'm good. Here we go. Let's see. Take notes. Get your pen out. Get your pen out. Let's see who stuck to the debate topic. Y'all see it. Was Pangenesis the scientific portion of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution? 1, 2. Did Darwin produce a scientific theory of evolution?
Go to work, Ink.
What is a scientific theory? A scientific theory serves as a comprehensive explanation of phenomenon within the natural world, grounded in repeated testing and substantial corroborating evidence. This rigorous approach follows the scientific method, utilizes established protocols and observation, measurements, and evaluation to ensure reliability and validity in understanding complex systems.
All right, so here's how we're going to do this. Since Ankh has afforded us extra time, we can take our time and address a variety of misinformation that Ankh has plagued the community with, along with his trolls in the chat over there we see. So, and what I mean by afforded us extra time is that Ankh has taken half of his first round to let everybody know that Darwin did not have a complete scientific theory, which is the question of the debate, just in case Ankh didn't know what we were debating here.
Can theories be debunked or discredited? Not usually in the way people think. Instead, they are refined and expanded or replaced by theories that explain more. Example, Newton's theory of gravity was debunked when Einstein's general relativity came along. Newton's laws still accurately describe motion at every scale. Einstein's extended them to include high speeds and strong gravitational fields.
Now, when we go back to the story of Kepler and the Kemenu actually provide the parts and interactions for what today is called quantum field theory. This is something that Ankh doesn't understand. Ankh doesn't understand parts and interactions. So for the audience, parts and interactions of the parts make up something called a scientific mechanism. You have to have a scientific mechanism in order to have a complete scientific theory. If you don't have a scientific method, your theory is incomplete. So just put that in your notes while we're doing this thing here.
Darwin observed that isolated species like those of Galapagos share traits with mainland relatives due to adaptive radiation evolution. Modern proof of biographical evidence. We can see here by these finches, and we see the different sizes in their beaks. Although they was on different islands, they still shared common ancestry, and you see the different sizes in their beaks actually shows the modern proof. Okay, modern research supports Darwin's prediction. Extensive evidence, notably the finches, exhibit adaptive radiation, show coaching different environmental pressures can lead to evolutionary diverse species from a common ancestor.
Now, the origin of developmental homology. Developmental homology talks about how humans have certain things from amphibians and reptiles. We want to show that this is, again, from our ancestors. Modern science didn't create this, we did. Here is what amphibian and reptile eggs look like. And you'll notice that the allantosis is where respiration is passed from reptiles and amphibians onto the mammals and humans.
Darwin's prediction, vestigial structures. Darwin predicted that through the process of evolution, organisms would retain vestigial structures, body parts that have lost their original function over time. This reflects their ancestry and changes that have occurred through evolutionary theory. Vestigial organisms, atavisms, and atavisms. Modern proof, real world examples. Vestigial organs in humans include goosebumps, stress reflex, and pelvises. Ancestor, okay? This is pivotal what we talked about. Atavisms, human traits, extra toes in horses.
We have that right here at the birthing houses and the birth walls where they show right here on the right of your screen. This is a representation of the amphibians and the reptiles holding the Ankh to the new baby's mouth to give respiration. So here you have the reptiles and amphibians passing on respiration to the mammals. And then here you have developmental homology.
Darwin's prediction, gradual evolution.
God damn, EnQi going in right now. Yo, EnQi going in right now. If y'all see the whole clip, the video is 3+ change. And this dude is going in. He's showing comedic science. He going in. God damn. Watch.
In Darwin gradualism, evolution occurs slowly over time through small inherited changes. Gradualism versus variegation. See, right here we have the bones of the fossil of a horse. Comparative research, especially in long-term E. coli experiment by Richard Leakski, has provided direct evidence for real-time evolution, demonstrating how variation leads to adaptive change. Fossil records of horses also illustrate gradual morphological transitions over millions of years, supporting Darwin's theory of evolution.
Now, how could they have known that biology and Kemet without a microscope? How could they have known that? Well, because they had microscopes. See, and this is the problem with the Kemetic cosplay. With the Kemetic cosplay, they don't want to let you know where microscopes came from. And there is no such thing as modern science without a microscope. No such thing as modern science without a microscope. Here we see right here engraved in the wall where our Kemetic ancestors actually created and left the blueprint for microscopes and telescopes. What you see on the left of your screen is a modern diagram of what a microscope looks like. What you see in the middle section is an up-close version on what's left in the wall. You see the eye at the top, matches the eye on the side. Then you see what looks like a bread hieroglyph is actually a convex lens. That's very important because that's the thing that magnifies the image. Then beneath that, you see semen coming out of the phallus of men, the god men. He's releasing semen. And then you see a sperm cell accurately depicted under the convex lens. Now, why that's important is because the sperm cell is the smallest cell in the human body. And there is no explanation on God's green earth how they could have got an accurate depiction of a sperm cell in Kemet without a microscope. But not only do they have the accurate depiction of the sperm cell, they actually have the accurate depiction of the microscope blueprint. So you have the eye, you have the convex lens, then you have your specimen on top of the tray, and then when you see those 3 striped lines under the tray, those 3 striped lines mean multiplicity. So what it's showing you is that when you look at the semen under the convex lens, you see a multiplicity of these semen cells or sperm cells. Just in case nobody knows what a convex lens looks like. Right? Just in case nobody knows what these things look like. We want to make sure it's good and clear. Right? Not only do we want to make sure it's good and clear, we want to show the proof of what the sperm looks like. Because when you see that they saw what the smallest cell in the human body looked like, that means they know what every other cell in the human
Woo-wee! God damn. EnQi is on it right now. Y'all see the sperm cells over there in the gray? And then you see the penis with the semen coming out and then uproots from the semen. You see it? God damn. EnQi is going in. EnQi going in right now.
Human body look like. If they could see the smallest one, they could see every other cell in the human body. Now, for further proof, because I know saw somewhere talking about source it up.
Temporal evolution prediction, transitional fossil identified, homogeneous structure evidence, homogeneous, my fault, let me get this right, homologous structures. It's a biographical patterns observed, visceral traits demonstrated, embryology links established, gradualism and evolution demonstrated, human origins traced back to Africa. Charles Darwin observed diverse species in different environments. He formulated ideas based on natural selection and adaptation. These ideas led to the development of his scientific theory. Scientific theories have predictive powers. Understanding Darwin's unified theory of life helps us appreciate both the interconnectedness of all species and the principles of evolution that continue to guide scientific research. Darwin's theory posits that all life forms share common ancestry created by a vast tree of life that explains the diversity and similarities in the species through evolution and natural selection.
Woo! EnQi went in, man. God damn.
Yeah.
EnQi went in, man. Both of y'all did good, though. I ain't going front. I'm not taking nothing away from you, and I'm not going to take nothing away from EnQi. Both of y'all did a hell of a good job.
Okay.
I was just more impressed with the work of Dr. EnQi because I know you slept on that man. I know Cedric slept on that man. And by EnQi coming in like that, he had taken on the whole pseudo killers, because to drop you is to just drop Cedric, Juju. I mean, you name it. He just Jabari, because Jabari was on your team. So Jabari got to step up now. Jabari has to step up, brother. Ain't no running and getting out of this, man.
So basically what you saying, let me drop the link too. So basically what you're saying is that you could just say any goddamn thing.
No, I don't think that's what he was doing. He was showing slides.
So I'm saying, so do the slides have to be accurate? I'm saying for you. Yes. I'm not talking about for people who don't understand.
Have to be accurate. Yes.
So that means that after Reggie showed you that shit is wild, then what?
That's Reggie's opinion. Reggie got to go in. Reggie,
we can bring expert sources.
Reggie have to go in and bring his sources and show it, because to me it looked like EnQi was right on it. You see the semen coming out of the penis.
I know, but but anybody with eyes can see semen coming out of a penis, huh?
Right.
But that's to say, hold on, but to say you had something that would magnify the actual cells is the question. See, that's the real question, sir.
He showed you the cells, the real cells on one side, and then he showed you the carving of the cell coming from the penis. He showed it, man. He went in.
So we call that lookership.
Yes, I said I was on some lookership shit. I said that, but hey, EnQi did his thing, man.
All right. Okay, that's your opinion. What's up? What's up, Francis? What's good?
What's
Now,
up? What's up,
Francis? Now, I'm gonna tell you this. You can restore the Magi Archers clan, right? If you can tell me did that shit make sense, yo, the EnQi came up with. You can restore it. You can restore the balance to the universe, yo. I would
Now,
have
you
confidence
know-
from you again.
There's no way in hell I'm gonna agree with that bag of bullshit you put out there. That'd make no sense.
Okay.
That man, no, hold on. That man came on the show a year ago, pulled up some glyphs, said, I can't read the glyphs, got rebuked by Sunday, they're gonna come back a year later telling me he can read the glyphs.
Nah, it makes a lot of sense. Evidently, he did a lot of research and study in his work. And
no, he did not.
I think he made more. I'm gonna keep it real. Now, Reggie, you my brother, but I think he made way more sense than my brother, Dr. Reggie, at that point. I think he did.
Of course.
Because you can see it. He made way more sense, man.
Of course. And he can't speak Medunacha, and you even rebuked him on your show for pulling up something that looked like it was from the Book of the Dead, and he couldn't.
I don't think any of us can speak Medu Neter. What are you talking?
No, don't say that. Don't say
I'm
that.
going to say it. None of us
That's
can
wrong.
speak Medu Neter. Now, I think you should have said,
He can.
I don't think he can read the Medu Neter.
He can't
That's
read.
what you should have said.
Be
But
around
none
that
of
was
us,
wrong, son.
none of us can speak Medu Neter. Show me who can speak Medu Neter.
Sanetta, I'm gonna say this to you. You defend EnQi if you want to. He's
No,
wrong.
no, I'm asking you a question. You said something. Now I'm asking you a question. Tell me who you know that can speak Medu Neter.
Sanetta.
All right,
That ain't the damn conversation.
No, don't do that. Let me answer the question.
No, go ahead and answer the question.
We don't know the exact pronunciation, so there's an Egyptological convention.
I don't think any of us know it, bro. I'm telling you, I don't think any of us know the exact pronunciation.
I'm not arguing, but that has nothing to do with EnQi talking shit to the community. That has nothing to do with it. He can't read it. He can't read it.
Oh, here's EnQi. EnQi.
That's it.
EnQi.
Let's go, Ink. Let's go, baby.
Yo, nah, nigga, don't come in like that. Don't come in like that.
No, stop. Relax, bro.
Stop, unk my ass. Don't come in like that. Let that man finish talking. The hell wrong with you, son? That
Okay.
What's wrong with y'all, bro?
That's it. I'm not backing
Come on,
down.
man.
You can make your own interpretation if you want to, but tell people it's your own interpretation. That's not going to fly in academic circles.
In no circle. It's gonna fly. What's up, EnQi?
Yo, why you up here whining and crying, bro?
Nigga, I ain't whining and crying.
You took an L, man. Just take an L like a man.
Hey, okay. You're a pseudo. You took the L, pseudo.
now let me ask you a question.
You never ask me shit. I'm not answering no. I've already beat you down. I don't gotta answer no questions. My point is, does the Medu Neter say that the Egyptians invented the damn microphone? Now I got a microphone, a daggone telescope. Does it say that? No, it doesn't. And you mischaracterize what a convex lens is all the way. Plain.
I did.
Absolutely.
So you saying that was a bull's horn on that picture that we looked at on the wall?
I'm saying.
He didn't say that. EnQi Reggie said that.
No. Stop. You want respect? Show respect. I'm not talking to you, Jose. I'm talking to Ankh.
That's the problem.
All right, Jose Francis, quiet it down, champ.
Now you're going to yell. Now you're going to yell and scream.
Let me ask you a question. What was that a bull's horn like Reggie said, or was Reggie incorrect? Yes or no?
I didn't see
Reggie me about the Medu Neter. So if he said it, what am I going to do? Argue?
All right, so let's go to Jose. Jose, are you saying that was a bull's horn? Yes or no?
I'm saying it. Yes, I'm saying Reggie was correct.
That was a bull's horn that we saw.
What you say it was? What you say it was?
Hold on. Jose said it was a bull's horn. You said that was a bull's horn, right?
What? What did you say was a bull's horn? What? Put me on a what was it? You talking about the sperm cell? Or
this is what I'm saying.
Reggie,
no, what you saying? Come on, EnQi. Come on, bro. Don't run.
Reggie was explaining
And what?
The bull's horn is in the word for he was showing the word for purity with a bull's horn in it.
Okay.
So he was explaining that could have been that's probably what it was.
Right. He said that picture was a bull's horn and it wasn't semen.
And you said it was semen. Like they could see the cells of the semen. So there's a lot of
hold on. No. Listen. We seen with our own eyes. You said it was lookership.
That's lookership.
So let me ask you a question. Are you saying that the Medu Neter, a system of pictures, is not designed for us to look at it?
Yes, I'm saying that the pictures actually have sound correspondence. So you're messing it up.
Oh, so it doesn't have. Wait.
So my point. So you're like SETI and like the young pseudo. You don't know what the hell you talking about.
Okay,
it's a sound, bro. It's not the picture. And that's why the early Egyptologists could not decipher this shit because they thought it was the picture. The Greeks and them was messing it up.
So you saying when we see. So you saying when we see a man standing with his penis out and liquid coming out of his penis, that's actually a bull's horn coming out of his penis and it's not semen.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that part. I'm saying that's not a gift though. I'm saying listen what I'm saying. Hold on. What I'm telling you is you do not look at the pictures and try to interpret it. The early Greeks tried to do that. We got it.
Hold on. So we don't look at a man with his
penis.
It
right here, the Rosetta Stone. Look. Go ahead.
We don't look at a man with a hard penis with liquid coming out of it and a sperm cell. And we don't say that that's a sperm cell. We say that that's a bull's horn.
Can I jump in here for a second?
Yeah.
Jump in, Jose.
Number one, the picture was
Jose Francis.
Hold on. The picture had
Jose Cueve.
The picture. Hold on. You see immaturity again. You see? The picture had nothing to do necessarily with the words that you were reading in that sense.
That's right.
If you know Medu Neter, you would know there's a word for sperm, and the word for sperm was not present. He was not ejaculating. That's how men looks. Any depiction of men looks like that.
Oh, any picture has men. Oh, every picture has men with semen coming out of his penis.
Are you listening or are you talking?
I'm asking you a question.
Men is called an epiphallic deity. He appears that way. He was not ejaculating. That is how he is depicted.
Yeah, man. You messed it up.
There was no semen. That was a wab bowl.
Yeah.
That was a what?
That was a wab purification bowl, not a sperm cell.
A what?
You gotta stop.
You see, you don't even know what you're arguing. You see? You don't even know what you're arguing.
Yo, I can't wait till we go live on Reggie on Reggie today. We're gonna work Reggie over today. Good. Pause.
Jose Francis, you have restored the Magi arches, brother.
The Magi, but listen.
You restored the confidence.
Yo, the Magi is a fraud. Listen, the Magi is a fraud. I got video of the Magi plagiarizing my work.
What? Now, see, even though I don't like Smash Up, that's not true.
Yo, hold on, EnQi. What are you doing, man?
He would never do that.
Thank you.
Yo, EnQi, let me tell you this.
Hold on, Saul. Let me say this, Saul.
EnQi, Smash was rolling with you, bro.
Hold on for a minute, Saul. I'm gonna say this, bro. Don't dive in.
Don't do that, EnQi.
Don't dive in.
Rolling with you.
Hold on. I don't agree with what EnQi just said.
Yeah, me neither.
I know that Smash has command of the Medu Neter. He just be playing around with it. I know he will never use your work
with you, EnQi. I need you to know that. You need to go look at the text that
nah, too late. He said it.
Damn,
It don't matter. Because once I start to shooting, you know I gotta shoot at everybody because I'm alone. I'm a one-man army.
You got hard.
But Smash is rolling with you though, so you don't want to do that.
That'd be a good debate right there.
No, it won't. No, it will not.
Shit.
No,
okay,
I'm trying to get you to go against.
I'm not.
That's going against him.
I'm not. No,
Smash is rolling with you, EnQi.
No, so I'm saying we get to see. We want to see EnQi on this.
We're gonna see what happened to Reggie later on today because I'm gonna deal with Reggie.
Hold on.
Reggie want to pop his head out and talk crazy.
Where Reggie at? I would like to say this though. Let this be a warning to all the pseudos. This is a top grade pseudo right here.
Listen,
I ain't seen this type
you are the most pseudo person on YouTube. You're pulling up slides you can't even read, brother, and then you don't know what they mean.
Not true. I read them flawlessly.
Stop it. Somebody else prepared those slides for you, and the first time you seen those slides is when you pulled them up in the debate.
Yeah. What I will tell you is,
who made them slides for you?
What I will tell you is,
who made them slides?
I do my own work. I had no help from the team.
You know, there's no way you would have used a font that small because you too old to see them little letters. Now, who made them slides for you?
What I will say is, who made them romper room slides for you? Straight out of romper room. Who made that for you?
Just take your L like a man.
Man, I don't know what L. What L you talking about?
This is unbecoming, man. You took an L, bro.
What L are you talking about? What are you talking about? L and what? I mean, clarity. What you talking about?
You having dementia right now?
Yeah, I want to know what L are you talking about?
You having dementia right now? You don't know what just happened to you?
No, I don't know what happened. So you saying you overthrew modern biology?
First of all, look, let me say this.
Did you not say the Charles Darwin theory of evolution was not the foundation of evolutionary biology? You said
hold
that.
on. Let me say this. Listen.
No, I'm gonna ask you a question. You sticking to that, right?
Oh, okay, listen.
No, are you sticking to that?
You want to let me answer?
No. Are you sticking to the Charles Darwin? First, didn't have a complete theory, and two, he was not the foundation of modern evolutionary biology. You sticking to that, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. So that's why you think you won, because you don't
listen. All right, now that I answered you, now let me say that the fact that you keep trying to conflate
what?
Just listen. If you listen for a second, you'll see the fact that you keep trying to conflate Charles Darwin's theories with modern biology shows that you don't understand either of the two. Charles Darwin has nothing to do with modern biology. If anything, modern biology is more attributed to Gregor Mendel's work than Charles Darwin. Gregor Mendel is the foundation of what modern biology works off of, because Gregor Mendel properly identified the mechanism of genetic inheritance. Charles Darwin didn't do anything, sir, but get you in trouble and embarrassed in front of the whole community the other day. That's the only thing Charles Darwin did was get you embarrassed on a large scale, brother. And now you don't know how to accept it. I want you to just relax, Unc, and learn something. You should do better investing your time in studying Gregor Mendel and his contributions to modern biology. You'd be better off that way.
Okay, well, the evidence, the millions of sources that I showed,
you didn't show no millions of sources. He was talking about modern biology the whole time, brother. Modern biology is not Darwin's theories.
So then you don't understand it, huh?
Oh my God.
So you don't.
Right,
listen.
Did Charles Darwin understand anything about DNA, genetics, or viruses? Yes or no?
Nope. One's supposed to.
Okay, so then how are you keep linking Darwin to modern biology and he ain't know nothing about it, brother? That was Gregor Mendel's work.
You just asked the question.
Okay,
he's the foundation of he's the foundation of modern biology. Without his work, you do not get to the things that you're talking about. So this is how I clearly know you don't understand science and how to transmit it and what it's really saying. Like, you don't understand the convex lens. The convex lens, as you kingly showed, right, in the 2500 BCE in the Old Kingdom, right? They did have an eyeball that did that. So that is actually the start of it. But watch this. As it moves through time, right, to the Ptolemies, right, into the Greek Empire, into the Roman Empire, right, into Italy, you know what I'm saying, when you get to modern astronomy and all that, right, it's the foundation of the work that they worked off of. But you would never make the mistake in saying that they had a damn telescope, because what they did was profound. Not the fact that they had a telescope, but the fact that they had the rudimentary workings of it, bro, that pushed technology and science to that thing. Same thing with Charles Darwin. Not that he knew, let me finish, not that he knew everything about biology. That's stupid, right?
Wait, you know what's funny though,
let me finish my point.
Okay,
we gained tools for more insight that would actually codify and validate that Charles Darwin theory was right. And we know it was right because it had predictive powers. And so it's the foundation, the very base of it, the very base of what makes evolutionary biology that allows us to learn and further the field is based off of Charles Darwin. But since you don't understand science, bro, it ain't your fault. I thought you understood. Now I say, man, you don't understand that. Bro.
All right, let me say this. Listen, you know what the people are watching and noticing?
Yeah, what they
do. The people are watching and noticing that none of these concepts that you try to discuss like in a matter-of-fact way, like you already knew about it, they noticing that you never mentioned these things until I mention them. So when you spent your whole entire time as a Amin Ra Squad member and all this and all that, and Reggie running around like he's some type of comedic cosplay scholar, how come it is that none of y'all have been teaching that Kemet gave the world the convex lens? How come none of y'all brought out the fact that Kemet was the first people to have created the convex lens, which led to the microscope and the telescope? How come I'm the first person to bring all these things out, and then after I bring it out, you pretend like you knew about it the whole time? So let's say this. If you knew about it the whole time and you kept that a secret from the people, you withholding the information from the people.
Oh, so let me say this. Actually, that's something that Anthony Bowman handles, the whole telescope thing and all that.
Somebody else handle it.
So I don't recall. No, you're right. I don't recall actually teaching on a convex lens. So you're right. So what? But when you taught it, you mistaught the shit on purpose.
Oh, I mistaught it.
Yeah. What you did was you lied on those ancestors there, bro.
What I lied on?
Made that up. So I'm gonna do a whole.
Which part I made up?
You made up the fact that they had a telescope. You didn't talk about the eyeball and how that particular eyeball was made by craftsmen, and it may have had the ability to a certain extent. It didn't have the optical. Hold on, bro. It didn't have the what word I want to use. It didn't have the ability to like a microscope does, right? It didn't actually have that ability, but in some places, the glass could magnify certain things to a certain point, not to the point you're saying, but it's that technology that they would get better in Greece, right? Because that right there moved forward. It go from the eye of a statue.
I got you. White folks developed it.
No, bro. That's not how science works. Come on, bro. I'm teaching you now. I see I'm teaching. It goes from the eyeball and
teaching me something you didn't know anything about until I mentioned it to you.
It moves to Greece, where they would get it better, and then they would start to develop the optical lenses, right? And it goes into Italy, and then they start to perfect it to the point where you would have your first telescopes, bro. But the work that was done in the Old Kingdom is crucial, right? As far as the eyeballs in the damn statue, my nigga. So you overwhelming the whole thing. So listen what I'm saying. So you're doing what the pseudos do. They overwhoop shit. You disrespect the ancestors by not saying what they did. What they did was far more powerful than making up the shit you just did, bro.
Okay, so listen, hold on. Let's assume that I'm guilty of overwhooping.
You are.
So okay, if that's true, would you be guilty, you and Reggie and Jabari and all of y'all that been pretending to be comedic scholars, would y'all be guilty of hiding the truth? Would y'all be guilty of underwhooping?
No, because this is what you do.
Oh, so hold on.
No. I heard your question, bro. And I'm gonna get straight to the shit. You're not gonna convince nobody that I would have to know everything the fucking ancient Egyptians did. And if I don't talk about everything the ancient Egyptians did, then all of a sudden I'm hiding their accomplishments. That's bullshit. What I do is I learn, bro. Thank you for bringing that point up. But when you bring the point up, you mischaracterize what they actually did and did what the pseudos do and make them do something that they never did. That's what you're doing, bro. Just for the record.
Okay, so what you're doing is trying to discredit all of their scientific findings, the scientific findings that actually required the power of magnification. And then when I show you the scientific findings and then show you they had the power of magnification, now what you want to do is go backtrack in hindsight and pretend like the power of magnification wasn't as powerful. So let me explain something to you. Since you claim to understand how things develop over time. Hold on. You claim to understand how things develop over time, but yet and still you want to pretend like when the convex lens shows up inside of a statue, when it shows up inside of a statue with a specific function, that they hadn't already been working on those convex lenses and perfecting those convex lenses over multiple decades to get it to the point where they could create an eye that looks like it's moving. See, that you don't even know what those statues do. In those statues, when you go see those statues, the eye is designed so that it looks like the eye is moving from wherever you're standing at. It looks like they're making eye contact with you. So they actually designed those lenses in the statue for a specific function. And because they did that in the statue, it demonstrates that they had mastery over those convex lenses. Not only that, it demonstrates that they understood to a degree the power of quartz. Quartz is a very specific material to use for that. They could have used a different material, but quartz is piezoelectric. It just so happens to be piezoelectric the same type of way you have piezoelectric materials in your actual eye. But this is the problem with y'all. Y'all want to discredit Kemet while at the same time pretending that y'all are elevating Kemet because y'all think y'all are fooling the people. And while y'all tried to hide the convex lens as a Kemetic invention all this time is because y'all want to downplay and hide Kemetic, the Kemetic ingenuity and all of the things that the Kemetic scientists and scholars have done. But that's why I pulled out the micro the micro discoveries that Kemetic did and then ended the round and showed you the microscope. Now, Reggie embarrassed himself yesterday and said that the word is eret. Eret not only means to make, but eret means to create. And that's exactly what a man does with sperm. So this is another embarrassing moment for Reggie, but we're going to clarify why Reggie made that embarrassing moment later on, because that's exactly what you do with semen is create. That's what a man does. A man creates. So that showing that the semen is a part of the word create only highlights Kemet's genius, only highlights how powerful Kemet was in terms of being able to use a metaphor, in terms of being able to lay the groundwork for what we call today an entendre, something that has multiple meanings on multiple levels that's true on every level that you look at it from. So yes, we could look at it as semen. We clearly see it as semen, and Reggie, nor you, nor Jabari has an explanation for why 4,000, 5,000 years ago, they have correctly demonstrated what a sperm cell looks like. Oh, because they had the microscope. But then according to you, the microscope didn't work that good.
Listen, we heard you.
It's a wrap, champ.
Listen, I didn't cut you.
Champ.
I didn't cut you off. Hey, listen,
you need to take your L and calm down, Unc. Just be a good sportsman. Take your L.
I'm a great sportsman. I'm a great sportsman, but I'm never letting your pseudo-ass students determine who won and lost any goddamn thing. I'm never letting the people that's in your wild-ass pseudo-cult make any types of determination on science. I'm never doing that. So you can go with that nonsense. Let me share the screen. I let you talk yourself into a tizzy. Now it's my turn.
Oh, we need to let Cedric and Joel determine who's the winner. How we need to let your students
we don't let who's the winner. We ain't even going on.
Stop it, Unc. Knock it off, man.
We're not going on that. No. We don't need none of them to determine that. How about that? We don't need nobody to determine nothing. Trust me with that. Right? Because now we at the point where we'll just go ahead and let the sources tell the tale. Because a pseudo always dies at his goddamn source. That's one thing we do know that, bro. We know that a pseudo will die regularly on regular occurrences at the information he presents. This is what we do know. This is the source you presented. Right? Let me show you. All right. We don't gotta play with this. We ain't never playing with these dudes. For what? Because they pseudos. Here's your source, right? You're doing the razzle-dazzle pseudo-exchangery, chicanery, The whole
Man,
9
I
yards.
see you on Sinetta Studios, man. I see you on Sinetta
Yeah,
Studios.
see you
man.
later, man. I'll see you on Sinetta Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
knock
gonna
it.
get that work on Sinetta Studios.
I know. Here you
man.
go. Here's EnQi source right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, my source is the walls itself.
No, it's not.
Primary sources. I went to the walls.
I didn't cut
to the walls, the primary sources.
I didn't cut you off. Don't cut me off. Let me finish. First known lenses originating in Egypt by 4,600 years ago. It's some of the old kingdom. Okay, this is a credible source right here. But the source ain't saying what that man say. What the source is confirming about the statues and the eyeball and how the first, what they attested to, convex lens without all the optic technology in it. So he's overwhooping that on purpose, yo, and that's dishonorable, bro. So let's get to right here. The historical development of the convex lens. From ancient Egypt to the Renaissance in Europe. A scientific and technical timeline. So let's give the timeline and the development of it. This is how we understand science. What the pseudo does is they'll take the proto form of something and make it the whole damn thing. They do it all through Black history and it's bull crap, right? Let's get to it. Gaza, 2,500 BCE, rock crystal inlay. Ancient Egyptians, artisans shaped polished quartz and crystals into the convex forms. Some of these acted as primitive magnifiers, though not formal lenses, used to decorate ritual and practical purposes, right? And we have the source right here. 5,000 years of glass, British Museum. Amana, 1,350 BCE, early glass production. Workshops in Amana developed transparent glass technologies. High temperature furnaces produce clear glass suitable for optics. This technological base laid the foundation for lens making centuries later. See, this is what they did in the Amana period, 1,350. This is backed up by what? Scotland, 2,000. All right, material from Amana, an Egyptian glass-making industry. Archimetry. Alexander. Hold on, man. Alexandria. Okay, 300 BCE. Optical theory. Under Ptolemaic rule, Egyptian glass and scientific knowledge merged with Greek philosophy. That's why we talk about the origin of atheism. That's why we talk about the origin of science comes out of philosophy. Euclid, okay? Optica, and later Ptolemy's optic explored reflections and refraction and visual perceptions. These ideas form a theoretical foundation for future lens technology. See how each step gradual? You do not get to the telescope without the early rudimentary understanding in the old kingdom. Let's fill in the in-betweens. And we have the source, 1999, Ptolemy's Theory of Visual Perception, University of Pennsylvania Press. Baghdad, Optics Revolution. During the Islamic Golden Age, you know the Golden Age of science and technology, right? Okay. Ibn, Advanced Optical Science. Watch this. His book, Optics. Khatib al-Mizir accurately explained light, vision, and refraction. His work directly influenced Europe's lens making centuries later. Here's the source, the Optics Ibn Haytham Warburg Institute. See how it's going step by step? Italy. Then it gets to Italy. 13th century CE. Birth of modern lenses. Now we're talking about modern lenses. All right. First spectacles made in Persia, influence around 1280. The 1300 CE. Artisans refined coax glass to correct vision and later for scientific instruments. This represents the technological culmination, watch this, of 3,000 years of global development. So humans just don't dive to the goddamn eyeglass and don't just dive to no damn telescope like the pseudo wants you to think. That's not how nature works. Nature make you work in steps. She is so complex that you learn it in bits and pieces. And if you don't get the first step, you can't make it to the next step. Renaissance vision from spectacle telescopes, American philosophy and society. You don't see EnQi name nowhere there. Here's all your sources right here for y'all to see. This is how science is transmitted. This is how you transmit the ideas, right, based in reality. That's how you do that. What you don't do is you don't get up here and lie and act like something happened that didn't happen. That ain't what you do. That ain't how we doing it, and that's not what the hell we doing. Because a pseudo always dies at his goddamn source. I keep dropping the damn link. I don't know why y'all don't see the link right there. I'm going to drop the link again. Drop the link again, over and over again. There it go. So that's the point. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. That ain't how that shit go down. All right? They pseudos. Okay? Pseudos at all points. Craziest thing ever, man. This is what I gotta go through all day, every day. It is crazy. They make quantum leaps from the eye of the damn statue to a damn telescope. Boom! It's crazy, man. It took all the culmination of things to even get to that point where they develop eyeglasses and all. You don't just, hey, I'm gonna get some eyeglasses. That's not how it works. So anybody doing that, one, is misrepresenting what those Nile Valley Africans did. They lying on them, right? Misconstrued and shit, right? Bananas and crazy. That's how that man's supposed to teach that. But you know what? He can't teach that because he want to play an aha moment. He want to act like they did something they didn't do. No, they laid the foundations that were later on. Matter of fact, I have a map for y'all, right? What's going on, Jose? What's good?
Yeah, man. That man will get the brakes beat off him later, yo.
Huh? You said what?
He'll get the brakes beat off him, man.
Yeah, he beat the brakes off him, man.
Even if he brought out the convict lens and that was something true, you can't go on the wall and just make up something.
He did.
Because there's a word for sperm and seed, and that word was not present.
Yeah, you had him right there, right in your sights. He was right there, yo. You got him. Did a good job. Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what? Now, he had to stop making up stuff, man. You can't just be making up stuff.
No,
you can't do that.
Bro. That's what they actually do, though, bro. That's their whole thing. Their whole thing is to make up shit, right? It's to make up shit, yo. Like if they don't make it up, yo, then they have no foot to stand on, right? But that's my job. My job is to give the education that way you can say, well, hold on, bro. That's not how it is. Let's connect the dots, right? Let's talk about this.
To be fair, you know I have some intellectual grievances with you.
Yeah.
Dealing with Medu Neche and Black Egypt.
Yeah.
Right? So you do know that.
Yeah.
And I always advise you that the best thing to do is to go and learn Medu Neche if you can and take a course. And the reason why I say that, and hold on. The reason why I say that, because you will learn and understand a lot better your opposition points.
I did understand his points. I know you because I understood. Remember, I was setting and ran out of that debate, yo. Right? I understand what the Rosetta Stone is. I understand how the Medu Neche got deciphered, bro. I clearly understand that. And the last, what the Greeks did, the reason the British and them couldn't decipher the Champollion and them, okay, and Thomas Young and them couldn't decipher the Medu Neche was because they thought the pictures meant something, bro. They didn't realize that it was actually what? It was representing, the pictures represented sounds, bro. So as soon as he made the picture mean what it is, the picture, I knew I had him, bro. I don't got to do all that. It's your job now to deconstruct that bullshit. That's not my job. It's Reggie's job. It's the Magi Archer's job.
You know
to
what?
teach the people, yo. You get my point? You get my point, right?
I'll say something to you. That's real. And that's
yep. I left y'all niggas work. Don't not put the work in because you don't like me or disagree with me or we done cuss each other out. That's fine. That's why when EnQi said Smash took his work, I'm not gonna never go for that. Smash ain't never take that nigga work. Never.
That's a fair statement.
I can stand on that for Smash. I got Smash back on that. I go to war with Smash on that.
That's a fair.
Yeah, just because we mad, I don't like that nigga don't mean I'm gonna let another nigga just lie. Because the lie hurts the community, bro. Well, yeah, what me and Smash go through is what me and Smash go through. But I'm never gonna discredit that nigga when he doing that shit right. For what? Because the mission is to get the shit right, bro. We go. Right, I'm never doing that. They ain't never take that pseudo work.
I agree.
You see this map right here on the screen? Can we see it? See that map right there? Look, ancient Egypt to Europe, the development of the Kovacs lens. It goes through stages, bro. It shows how it moves to Baghdad and how they would add on to it, bro. Each stage adds on to it. Early Old Kingdom, 2500. Then they add to it in Egypt. Early glass production, Omana, rock crystal overlays, bro. And it moved to Alexandria. All right. This how this shit it moves. Okay, so at the end of the day, man, come on, bro. Like we ain't never doing that, bro.
What up, Ankh?
What's good?
I just wanted to say.
Where the hell is Reggie at? What?
I just wanted to say. Before you got to him, you was kind of acting as faulty premises. You was kind of letting me get away with faulty premises, but you know you gotta. Pseudos rock out so you can catch them in their faulty premises. So
yeah, you can't cut a nigga off.
Slippery slope, right? It's kind of slippery slope.
What was it? Well, I'll never acquiesce to a faulty premise. What did I acquiesce to? What you talking about?
Well, I guess I'm in shit. You was letting me get the faulty premises out, and you know that's the world where that's the only world where he can live in the faultiness of the information or his lack of understanding. And this is what I'm starting to recognize and realize.
You understand?
When we have these conversations, they want us to not only argue in their ignorance, but also now our ignorance of a specific subject matter, like I may be limited in evolution. So because I may not be able to explain a certain aspect of evolution, now they get to play in both of our ignorance, and whoever the most ignorant wins the conversation.
So what you think I let him get away with?
Just
we fine tuning.
Just being ignorant. And
you gotta let him get it all the way out,
and that's why he felt like he won, because he was the most ignorant in the conversation.
Well, he can have I'm not willing to argue over people's opinions, bro. Opinions is like
that's where
you're
bro. And that's where you're willing to say you don't know. And
but I'm not gonna argue. Listen, bro. Do you think I'm gonna get up here and argue with a whole bunch of people that don't understand one meta nature, right? Thinking it's the picture. If you see a picture, that's what it means. I'm not arguing that, bro. I understand the subject matter. Know the picture corresponds with sounds, bro. And once they realize, when they got that Rosetta Stone and they start to realize that the shit corresponded with sounds, then they was like, oh, these niggas, they really got a written language, bro. That's when it transitioned to being able to start to decipher shit. Prior to that, yeah, they was saying a hawk mean hawk. They was doing shit like that, bro.
Yeah,
I swear, bro.
But sometimes when you see a picture of a hawk, it does mean a hawk or a bird.
Nah, it don't mean the hawk.
Yes,
mean hawk. It don't mean that, bro. You made that up.
Yes.
It don't mean that. No, it don't.
It could. Yes.
It could say the hawk is saying hawk. Really?
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Did you hear what I said though before you correct me?
What did you say?
Did you catch what I said? I said Thomas Young. Right?
Yes.
When but the Europeans didn't even think that these Africans had a written language. So they thought they would show the picture. The Greeks thought, them niggas, everybody thought that they were showing pictures and the picture meant something. Like when actually the picture corresponded to sounds, yo. Just like alphabet. the A, right?
Yeah, alphabet, yes.
Right. The A, it's not a daggone pyramid, nigga. It's a sound. Hey, it's a sound.
but listen to what I'm saying. Based on the language, you can put a picture of that same picture, put a little stroke next to it, and it basically means hawk or bird.
But you got to put a stroke beside it, let the person know what you're doing.
I agree, but
that's
I'm
all I'm
saying.
saying. Man.
But Ankh,
Come
I'm
on,
letting
bro.
you know.
You gotta be precise. No, that's not. You're not letting me know that. You only let me know when you say you must put the stroke there, bro. That's my. It's an indicator. It indicates what you're doing, bro. So that we would know. Okay, now we know this represents the picture. That's what I'm saying, yo. Damn, you gotta work with me, yo. You can't. Come on, yo.
So you knew that,
nigga? I told you I had the debate. This nigga kept me up long nights, yo. Understanding how these men right here decipher the meta lecture, bro.
Okay,
come on, bro. Like I got the look. Come on, bro. This is a top notch showing you why they was.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you had some proper guidance on understanding the meta lecture.
I do understand it. I know you looking, you read into the glyphs. I know you read into the. Come on, I've been around these dudes, man. Come on, yo. Like you ain't just really hold on. EnQi ain't gonna be able to get me with that shit. How about that? Let's say that. I'm versed enough to know he can't get me.
Here's one thing we agree on. EnQi did not translate that correctly. We agree on that. Let's stick to that. We could deal with the beef later.
Right.
We could do another show or that go pop up later. We could deal with that.
Right.
But what I want to talk about, is these convex lenses in ancient chemistry.
Right.
I want to go deeper into that research to see the truth about that. I don't care about
gave it to you. You ain't see I just gave it to you.
Oh, but
you ain't see the thing?
No, I was in and out, so I didn't really see it. So it's not, I really didn't see it.
Then they start off with inlaid in their statues, bro. That's the first we documented of Kovac lenses, but it don't have the optical technology in it yet. You feel me? But that's the human start that's the starting point.
So it's like a crystal. It's like a crystal.
Yeah, it's the starting point, yo. So of course, if you take that eyeball and put it on a piece of paper, whatever the hell you can see that it had a little magnifying properties to it. And over time, they have to refine that to get it to the point where it's all of a sudden magnets and shit you got in telescopes and all that, bro. But you don't just do it on the first round. You get it?
I never heard that before. I could be honest. I never heard that before.
Oh yeah, it's steps to get there, bro. Just anything.
Yeah. So basically, in each world, it was magic.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, they did it.
Just magical.
They ain't had to get the steps to do it. They just magically made the telescope and the lens. They knew it. So then he's basically saying that in the Stone Age, they was already developing these things that would culminate in Egypt. See? That's what he's basically saying. You got to get the steps somewhere, bro. You got to show us the steps. Either you got steps prior to Egypt, which would verify that, because I can show you proto-astronomy prior to Egypt. It's called Noptoplaya. Had that in my thing. I can show you that prior, watch this, they don't just start looking at the damn stars in Egypt and charting the stars in Egypt out of nowhere. No, I got Noptoplaya that predate Nubian and Egyptian culture, bro. 7,000 years ago, which is 5,000 BCE. Where they do these rituals and Noptoplaya, and they start to chart the monsoon rainy seasons. They start to see it. And then Egypt would build on that, and Nubia would build on that. You don't just know shit out of nowhere. Like, no way in the hell Charles Darwin was supposed to have everything about evolution. That's not science. That's called foolery and chicanery, yo.
All right.
That's called, bro. Like, I'm never sitting here letting a person lie to our community, bro. And it's not what I think. See, now I understand. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I would say the same thing EnQi was saying, because I didn't understand. Y'all didn't realize that nature forces you to understand things in steps, yo. It's too much.
You mean
Can't hear you.
Tell me I just can't interpret this stuff?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that ain't how that goes. It's crazy, yo.
All right.
So interpretation don't work.
Yeah, that's you gotta understand science.
So intuition doesn't work.
No, that's why. No, that's why they got the scientific method, yo. Reason for the scientific method, yo. But that starts in Egypt. The first voodoo I got. Come on, bro. Like white people just don't come up with the damn scientific method. This shit is retarded, yo. Look. I always do this. Look. This is great. If it's good for Africans and it's good for Europeans, yo. Look, let's do the history. Look, the history. Hold on. That's my point. Check this out. Scientific method, right? Let's look at the history of the scientific method. Hold on. History of right here. It's right here on the screen. Y'all see it on the screen? Look, this is how we do this, bro. We don't got to play this. We don't got to hide, man. It's all right here. And we use simple sources like Wikipedia. No, you can't use Wikipedia if you turn in the daggone term paper and all that, whatever you think you're doing. But it's right here, yo. Hey, the history of the scientific method. All right? It's distinct from the history of science. The development of the rules of scientific reasoning has not been straightforward. Scientific method has been, a subject to intense and recurrent debate. All right, throughout the history of science, and the eminent nature and eminent natural philosophers, all right, and scientists have argued for primacy of one another. Approach to establish the scientific knowledge, and then you just come to the right. You come to the history of it right here. Come to here, right here. Early method. Look, and we come right here. And where you at, bro? You can read the glyphs and all that, right? So if you come right here, yo, come right here. Look.
Oh, that's hieratic. I can't read that.
Yeah, right. That's hieratic, right. Yeah, that's the cursive form. Look, there are explicit discussions of the scientific methodology in surviving records from early cultures. The most that can be inferred about the approaches to undertaking science in this period stems from descriptions of early investigations into nature. See, it's saying in the surviving record, the Egyptian medical text, the Edwin Smith Papyrus, 1600 BCE, right? And it's definitely earlier because this is like a copy of a copy, applies the following components: examination and diagnosis of treatment, right? And prognosis to the treatment of disease, which displays strong parallels to the basic imperial method of science, according to G.E.R. Lloyd, played a significant role in the development of this methodology. The Ebel Papyrus, 1500 BC, also contains evidence of traditional empiricism. There you go. So what about this? Right? So the disrespect is, at this point, was to say that the indigenous Africa came up with the whole scientific method. No, they start to lay the foundation, right? And then we can pull up books to show they laid the foundation, and later on, as modern science developed, they would bring it all together. It took that long. That's why this shit is hard, man. That's why people don't understand it. And I always use this book right here. This book, The Atlas of the Human Body. And in the back of the Atlas of the Human Body, they got the whole daggone thing. Boom. So why is it that other communities can understand this, but we can't? Like, I understand we're a marginalized community. I understand we steeped in religion and we believe shit at the end of the day too much. I understand they force religion down our damn throat, yo, but at a certain point, yo, we can't get up here and do what EnQi do, man. Like, because other communities understand our role, bro. They do. They understand the role of indigenous Africans and everything. And they put it in their books. You know what I mean? So it's very discouraging at times, man. Right? It's very discouraging. They tell you, they're not hiding it, yo. Yeah, it's in a secret vault called the damn library. They give it to you right here. They say it. They say
not the library.
They say the medical milestones. For millennium, humans have been trying to understand and treat every man of the body ailment. Okay? Here are the first examples of achievements in medicals first along the way. And they say in 2000, Oh, let me put my glass on. That right there is small. Where the hell is my daggone? Yeah, hold on. It said right here. Damn. Tell you right
Can't
here.
we
Yo.
just be magical people?
It said
Can't we just be magicians?
2605 BCE. I am Hotep, one of the first physicians known by name, and the father of Egyptian medicine is born. Surviving survivor indicate much earlier origins of Egyptian medicine. Right. This is the milestone. So we build upon that. Right. And this is what I'm trying to convey to y'all. Shit is hard, don't pop up out of nowhere, man. What's up, Gideon?
Shalom, shalom. What's going on? You can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother. What's good?
Nothing much, man. I just want to say, man, I said a couple of things about the debate, and one thing I want to say, I want to ask you, because I'm under the impression, like when you have a debate with somebody, I've always known it to be this way. You present your evidence, they present, I'm talking about before the debate even starts. You present your evidence, they present their evidence, and we do that because we don't want to see what we seen the other night. The point in particular is when Dr. EnQi put up those Egyptian wall glyphs, and he was saying what he thought it was, and that's an example of why people have, in a proper debate, they have to disclose their sources to the other person, because you will be prepared to shoot that down. You see what I'm saying? It's no opportunity for ambush scholarship, because we want to hear the best arguments and we want to hear the best rebuttals. So with that being said, it's like you don't know what a person is coming with to rebut. So to have an honest rebuttal, that person has to tell you his sources. And if not, then that's not fair. Then you have a position where a person can come up with anything and you just on the fly trying to rebut it. So I wanted to just ask you, have you heard that's how a proper debate should be? Yeah. Or what have you heard as far as that?
Yeah, that's in the collegiate debate, and you're right. But in the Sarnetta debates, House of Congress debate is just like that. A person will try to ambush you and do all that, but you would hope that the ambush would be on topic, right? At least make your ambush be on
at least.
Yeah, his damn ambush wasn't even on topic. And you know, we go back and forth all the damn time ferociously. So the fact that you can see that is extraordinarily wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, what the hell do the walls and sperm got to do with Pangenesis and Charles Darwin theory? Nothing. So it shows that the community that's in his community ain't really ready to take that next step. See, and they promote misinformation. I've never said that you can't believe in Yahweh or Jesus Christ or Muhammad or Allah. I've never said that. I've never said that only atheists can transmit science. I never said that. I've never said these things because the scientific community would never agree to that. That's why I never said that type of wild stuff. That's the most crazy shit to say. Matter of fact, it's more natural for a person to have a religion than it is for a person not to believe in God. I say that too, but nobody actually hears it. Nobody hears, listen to our shows and really take the time to hear what we're saying. They're too busy ready to fight, bro. So we all need to slow it down. Yeah, ambush scholarship is part of the whole thing. But when you do the ambush scholarship, don't come away with something that ain't got nothing to do. What the hell do sperm, the penis, the daggone, the walls, the telescopes, what the hell that got to do with Pangenesis, which was an attempt to explain inheritance? How does the material go from one human to the next, yo? You know what I'm saying? How's this information transmitted? What the hell I got to do with anything that man's nothing? So I'm glad you caught that, Gideon. Simple as that, bro. Yep. Appreciate that.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, with that being said, can I ask you something that's, I mean,
go ahead.
It's still under your purview, but you know, it's kind of not topic. My question is this: how would you debate? Would you take on a debate? What is better for society, quote unquote Christianity or non-Christianity? Would you take a debate like that? Do you think it's better for a person to? do you think it's better for a person to have an atheistic government rather than government based on Christianity?
I think no. I think they should have a government based off of governmental policies. It shouldn't be neither or.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Because then you're alienating a lot of people. Yo, some people believe in this, some people believe in that, some people don't believe. That's separate from the discussion, yo. Now you make a person pick and choose and feel like they should do. Nah, I think the government should be based off of sound policies that help the people no matter where they fit at, right? Whether you're a Christian, Hebrew or not, I think it should be sound governing rules, right? Policies to help keep the infrastructure right, to help keep the marginalized community straight, to keep things balanced. Yo, that's how I always felt government was. They had the governments have the most responsibility because they actually govern the lives of human beings to a certain point, yo. So they can do what my man is doing right now, right? Put people in a vicarious position, or they can help people, or they can overdo it. Too many food stamps, not pushing enough policy to help educate a person so they don't need a damn food stamp. So it's a lot of things, Gideon. So I would never fight for everybody being atheist. That's ridiculous. That don't even make no damn sense, bro. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So most times people being so infuriated with me, they think I'm going against their religion. Yo, religion and science are two separate enterprises, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I always do like to lead with, when I speak to you or I speak about atheists in general, is the fact that, you do come to a logical conclusion when I look at it like this. I say it's one God, but people in the different religions, you have up to 4,000 plus gods, right?
Yeah.
Now, all of those gods can't be true. You see what I'm saying? Because they all have different stories. So, an atheist takes the standpoint of saying none of them real. And it's more closer to a Christian if you actually think about it, because a Christian, a quote unquote Christian, says it's only one. You see what I'm saying? So, I guess, I've seen people go through certain phases where they, worship different African, Egyptian, all of those type of gods. And I guess they seen through those gods, not even the Christian God, but they seen through those gods that gods aren't real. So, I mean, if I could say any good thing about an atheist, it would be that,
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. My man, big up to Chill. He says that's not sperm. They say it is a bowl pouring out water. That's lookership. Makes it look like sperm cell. Of course, man. He did the lookership, man. He just bullshit. Of course, man. What's up, Rebel? Rasta man. What's up, Rastafari? Glad to have you. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Yeah. I'm at work, but say, hey, information never cease,
Right.
I listen to you on the Pangenesis thing. What with Darwin and the Gemules? What's with that? Can you tell the people them how wrong he was with this particle?
Yeah,
coming from his parents and taking everything.
I talked about it in the debate.
Okay.
Yeah, I talked about how he thought that the particles actually transmitted the information, right? It gathered in the sexual organs and was transmitted, right? Had a slide on that, right? The wild part about it is this right here. Look, now when you look at it 150 years later, look at it 150 years later. So you got to understand, science pushes technology and technology pushes science, right? So back then they thought everything was wrong about it, which still doesn't defeat the theory of evolution, because it was important because it actually talked about inheritance. And so Darwin actually started talking about inheritance in that situation. Now we can say, okay, let's talk about the inheritance. And they use Mendel's laws to fill that space in, bro. So it actually is paradoxical. It actually strengthens Charles Darwin evolution because now they gave the reason for the inheritance. The theory of evolution, in the theory wasn't talking about the damn inheritance. That's some work he did 10 years later trying to add on to his theory. Got that wrong.
Well, you see, genetics took over because it had a better mechanism than how Darwin was saying. You know, every cell in the body, you know, takes particles, and the new generation will get all of that gemules. You know what I'm saying? That's the term they use, gemules.
Look at it now. Look at it now.
Yeah, genetics explained it better. That's why they took it away from Darwin and gave it to Mendel.
No. They gave Mendel shit. Mendelian laws. Yo, it explains heredity.
Yeah, that's why Darwin theory of pangenesis was disproven through the mechanism.
Hey, he didn't have a theory though. He didn't have a theory. He had a tentative scientific hypothesis.
Right.
You get it? So that's okay. He's supposed to do that. That's okay. It's called science, it's not called religion. You know, religion, if you don't get it right, you fuck.
Yeah, that's what I said. But before Mendel came in, it was technically a theory until it was kind of like disproven.
We got to call it what it is, because we're going to get into confusion then. If we don't call it what it is, it's going to be confusion. Right?
No, because you got to look in 1868. In 1868, when Darwin proposed that gemules was genetics, so to speak, in quotations,
he didn't say,
he was technically wrong until Mendel came back and did the genetics and realized, okay, that wasn't the mechanism. That was not how heredity was passed on. You know, but before Mendel came in, the proposal of Darwin said that's what it was. You know, but as you say, science always improves itself.
It corrects it.
Yeah.
So it didn't overthrow it. It just corrected his tentative hypothesis. And if you looked at it, did you see the debate?
I see some of it. I see probably past the first round going in.
No. Did you watch it? Was you there? Seriously.
Yeah, man, I in the house when you and EnQi was going at it, man. I was live in the thing, you know, Zoom.
Okay, why you ain't focusing on it?
No. I'm not focusing on the debate. I'm just giving information as it comes. You know what I'm saying? Because I cannot kind of pictograph different spots in the debate. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while, so I'm just pointing out information as he's talking about pangenesis.
All right, can you see this right here? This is in the Journal of Nature, 2018. It said 150 years of Darwin theory of intercellular flow of heredity information. So now, as they take a second look at it, they start to realize that some of the things that he did talk about in pangenesis was actually right. Just for the record, bro. So science, so hold on. So either way, bro, it strengthens his theory of evolution. And a hypothesis is not a theory, yo. I'm not gonna read that. So I think you can't say it's only that's why I'm strict with it, bro. I gotta be strict with it.
You familiar with a biologist, French biologist called Jean-Baptiste Lamarck?
Yeah, Lamarck. Yeah, absolutely.
All these guys kind of, before Darwin kind of came on from a naturalist into his scientist nature. These guys were people that Darwin kind of looked forward to because they were more kind of scientific than he was. You know what I'm saying? These are his influence in certain papers and
wrong words. You said they was more scientific. You said they was more scientific than him. No, they just was some ideas that they had, and they predate Darwin, and that's okay. That's how science actually works. You get? I give you an example. Hold on, I'm gonna give you an example. You can get this. Say you hustling outside, right? And you get money. The motherfucking knockers run up on you. In Baltimore, the knockers is the undercover police, right? They run up on you, yo, but it's 4 o'clock. They come out. They keep coming out at 4 o'clock all the time. They run up on you and they figure out where the stash is, right? So you be like, yo, they got somebody down the street with a guy there going a lens where they can see, right? They always down there, yo. And they always come on at 4 o'clock. So what you need to do is, yo, you need to take this information I give you so when you come out, you don't get caught. So now I come out, I put a spotter down there to see when the fucking knockers be in the fucking bushes down there. I see he looking. I see how they see where our stash is at, right? So I put the stash out a whole day before them niggas come out, right? And we never out there at 4 o'clock. See how I took the information that you had, bro? We both hustling, but I take the information you got and I make the shit better, yo. That's all Darwin did. He took the shit that predated him and made it better. But he not only made it better, yo, he made it into a systematic, comprehensive scientific theory. That's the difference between Kepler and what Charles Darwin did. I've always taught that, bro, that Kepler, the Egyptians had an idea of things transforming and evolving coming from dung beetles. I told you they looked at the dung beetles, bro, and they worked their cosmology out of that. Nature is the first teacher, bro. I've always said this. So the fact that people, the Greeks, the Romans, and all them had ideas, hold on, prior to that, doesn't negate in science what it means for somebody to be the father of something. In science, being the father does not mean chronologically you gave birth to anything. See, that's not what it's saying. It's strictly saying when you say you the father, that means you have put together a systematic explanation, right, and added to the field. The Egyptians didn't do that. They wasn't there yet. They just didn't do it.
But
and that's okay, bro.
I mean, that's another argument too, because look on it like we can try to go back when the Egyptian existed, and through archaeological evidence that we presently have, it doesn't fill in the gaps or fill in the full puzzle. So we can be superficial and suppose that, hey, the Egyptians didn't know what we know right now, but technically, even with science, hold on, even with science theories, it still does not fully explains life from where we got it from the Egyptians to right now. We have a better perspective, but we don't know what they really knew. So where we at right now, we cannot say, hey, we know way more than them, or they knew less than us, if you understand what I'm saying, because where we at in our
we
life,
know way more than the Egyptians. I'm going to say it.
Well, you can say that, but at the end of the day, you didn't.
I know way more than any Egyptian.
Hold on. Let me say,
bruh.
I'm not. Listen. Can you read
the skies? Can you read the skies? Whoever is E.
Hold on for a minute.
The Egyptians couldn't read the sky.
I'm not getting into that wild, crazy conversation right there. Who knew what more? We don't know.
Okay. You don't want to sidetrack.
Yeah, because I don't want to fuck that up because we don't know all the things Egyptians knew, and ancient societies did know some things that we have not figured out that they knew, bro. So that's not what I'm saying at all.
Right.
See, I'm never saying that. That's something Sabian say. That's something other niggas say. Me, brother God killer, Bobby motherfucking Banger ain't never saying that because we don't know what the hell they knew. This is what I'm saying. We know, like Anthony Bowman say, them niggas ain't never mentioned Neptune. That's a damn planet. No ancient literature mentioned that, so we know they ain't know it. Right? They talk about the shit they did see, bro. You need a damn telescope to see that shit. So we know they ain't had the technology. We know they weren't flying no motherfucking planes. Why? Because they ain't understand the wheel and the motherfucking asphalt. You got to be able to land a goddamn plane, yo. You can't develop a plane going 300 miles an hour and land that motherfucker in the forest, yo.
Yeah, you got to create a strip of some sort. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, yo. Like, I'm just saying, bro, it's too many things. But I'm saying the Romans had mastered concrete, bro.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. So later on, we would take that and build on it, yo. The Egyptians had the, I forget the name of it. It was like an asphalt kind of substance, yo. The bitumen was kind of like that, yo. That would later on be the shit. So what I'm saying is, yo, we can't leave out the ancients because as I teach the colleges, yo, they lay the foundation for all this shit, bro. And that's the real shit right there. That is steps to get the steps to get the steps. Europeans didn't dive out nowhere and just start coming up with this shit. Yo, that's what's horrible in the explanation. No, they looked at the foundation, the Arabs, the Muslims, they take it from the Greek societies. The Greeks take it from the Romans take it from the Greeks take it from the Egyptians, and they take bits and pieces and they put it together because, like we said about that hustling on the corner, yo, you get more information and you can build on it and get a little bit better, yo. That's all I ever was saying, bro. That's it.
But listen, you know, I said talking about this Pangenesis.
Peace, family. How y'all doing?
You guys triggered something in me to find out now. I don't know if you're familiar with endobiosis. Where
abiogenesis, that ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. That's the point.
No. I'm just saying it doesn't have anything to do with it. But I'm just saying to you from a mitochondrial standpoint, because evolution, you know, ties in all kind of different point of view. So
no, it don't. Evolution only ties into biology, yo.
But yeah, but the evolution means that the biosynthesis, right?
Hell, you worse than me with pronouncing shit. What'd you say? The what?
Evolution don't mean the end of
abiogenesis.
Endosymbiosis. Endosymbiosis.
Oh shit.
Meaning that an ancestral cell did swallow a mitochondria.
Okay.
And now the mitochondria becomes the energy house of the cell. So I'm saying to you from an evolutionary.
That's evolution. You can only explain evolution.
I want to take it on and show the challenges, because you got, you know, scientists always got the for and against. So what I'm saying to you is, like, eventually I'm going to link you up. I link up Sanetta and want to do a presentation on that, you know?
All right, we're going to, okay. All right, got you. No problem. What's up, Joe?
Peace, man. What's going on? You went live early today, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to go live early today, yo. Get it out. Get it all out.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm. What's up? What's up?
Hey,
Peace,
I caught.
Peace.
What's up, man? Hey, look, I caught part of Sergeant at the show yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. He had me rolling, man. He was replaying clips from the debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And about every clip that he played of EnQi, yo, the information was way off, right? So somebody finally came on there and was like, hey, check this out, Sergeant. Do the information need to be right for you to be celebrating? Or and so was like, yeah, it's gotta be right. He said, so then what you celebrating about? Well, you know, EnQi did better, man. He entertained the people. Entertained the people.
Yeah.
So there's a clear difference between what we trying to do over here and what. Well, I know Sergeant's about entertainment, but what EnQi trying to do?
Yeah,
right? And let me say this. It takes training not to get taken advantage of by your believing brain.
That's right.
It takes a lot of training. We got some scientists right now that thinks that piece of rock that's flying through our solar system right now, they swear it's a spaceship.
Yeah, that's a wild guy. Let me get this next caller, yo, because I gotta get out of here. What's up, Pan? What's up?
Peace. And I appreciate you having me up. I'm gonna ask a question before disclosure. It's not to trip anyone up on the panel. I'm genuinely curious. Now, remember last time we spoke about the DNA test I took with Ancestry.com. And I usually don't even mention the company by name, but I said it by name because I'm trying to illustrate a point. Now, it said that, and you know, the percentages adjust over time. Now, initially, when I took the DNA test, it said I was 55% sub-Saharan African, but now they adjusted it to 49% sub-Saharan African. But the point is, when I go through my DNA matches, it shows me actual cousins that I have in the Philippines. It shows me actual cousins I have in Europe and in the US, but it did not show me not one African cousin in Africa. So the reason I bring this up, I'm curious, has anyone else on the panel took a DNA test from Ancestry.com? And if you did it show you any Africans that you're related to?
So
it depends on that database.
Everybody on Earth is our cousin. Everybody on Earth is our cousin. We relate to everybody on Earth. That's first of all. And second of all, the test can't actually identify what tribes and clans you come from. So it can deal with you like your immediate ancestry, yo. So just talking about your immediate ancestry. You trying to go back 300-400 years, yo, you're gonna start getting in trouble with that. The test will tell you it's for entertainment purposes only, bro. So you got to take it like that, really. And it don't mean you actually 55% African. They don't. That number doesn't represent that. That's a mischaracterization of that. That's the point I want to make right here, man. Look, we gotta get the hell out of here, man. Hit this damn cash app, man. We going back live tonight. We're gonna get into all these conversations, man. It's a great conversation, man. We ain't talking about no winning, who won and who you thought lost. I'm gonna let them do that. What I'm gonna continue to do is I'm gonna continue to educate the people because it's important, man. Big up to all the pseudo killers. Pseudo killer. Appreciate you for coming through, Pan. Appreciate you for coming through, Rebel Rasta. Appreciate you, man. You, hey, Rebel. The more you listen to me, yo, the more you're gonna say, damn, yo, the nigga ain't tripping as hard as I thought he was. Sometimes you gotta away from all the damn noise, yo, and just have a conversation with brother man. I know I'm the bad guy, man. But nigga just said in the chat, guess they said in the chat. I'm trying to have a conversation. No, watch this. Look, this is the ignorant say. In 2025, trying to build a platform around Charles Darwin theory is wild. Wait a minute, yo. Charles Darwin theory is the foundation of evolutionary biology. So I'm building a platform based around all the things we do in our lives when it's dealing with biological evolution. So tonight we're gonna bring forth all the stuff, all the byproduct of Charles Darwin theory. Man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. That's real talk right there, man. We're gonna run this debate again. I think it's gonna be $15. Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to all the damn pseudo killers, man. Man, we double streaming, getting that content everywhere, man. Man, we coming from the community of skeptics, right? By way of the pseudo damn killers, man. We appreciate everybody, man. We ain't hating, man. We goddamn participate, man. We have deemed Minister EnQi as a goddamn on as a damn pseudo. And y'all know what we say around here, man. We say, man, pseudo always dies at his daggone source, man. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate you, man. Black African Power. Black African Power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. A well-organized lie. It beats a disorganized truth. Hey. A pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling. Who do you believe in? People bringing misinformation when that information ain't disinformation. That's disinformation. Gotta know the difference in information. Get information with the pseudo killer army hunting pseudo. Cause you gotta train your mind to fight against them pseudo judo. People with the scholarship salute, we give them kudos. But the people with that look of shit, we look and see straight through those like telescope. If you ain't speaking fast, we gotta tell them folks and let them know the truth of. You bringing malinformation to blast, then you the Ku Klux. Like say, don't talk me to death, bro, what the proof of? Good juju chillin', why you wanna go way back? Shalom boy got the tank in I'm in Sosa world plotting on the kick though with Kent. Come in Tiffany gave me the pseudo names on the list and said went and got the low. Anthony got him in the scope, Gullah and goes, he make sure DNA ain't a problem. John the X, big up to you.
I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer,
Sunchild. Big up to Miss Steph, pseudo killer official. Big up to Joe, pseudo killer official. Big up. Hey. We're not attacking individuals. We're attacking the information. You're attacking information. Pseudo killer. This is a long time coming right here. Yeah. Hey. Let them know that we right there, running neck and neck. Right there, yo. Oh, man. Hey. Man, I'm your host, Bobby Banger. And with that,